right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's been a wild one. I mean, we started off with no real crazy news over the weekend. Remember, last week had that volatility. Started with a pretty nice gap up, and then it held, and then slowly sold off. Equal weight, pretty much been break even. Russell and Dow did not do that good. It's really just been big tech. We heard a couple of things about tariffs, even some on movies early in the morning. All got faded. Just got a Netanyahu comment. Trump and Netanyahu are going to be working with each other, or they're doing some call, and then yeah, that is it. But pretty chill. I think up until Thursday we're going to still kind of have this vibe, and then jobs week Friday we get the non-farms. They said they're going to do it even if there's a government shutdown, but the whole point is that non-farms credibility, that'll be a big set leading into it. Google's starting to flush. It's printing the low ticker, SPY's going down. It's not a signal yet. But yeah, that being said, though, we're going to get ready for Philo. It's perfect timing if you guys want to listen to it. I'm going to go get ready. And it's a beautiful day. You know that? It's a beautiful day. That's it. That's all you got to do, baby. That's all you got to do. Enjoy it. Believe. Use your mind. So into the low, I'll send out the alert and we'll begin. Happy Monday. Let's see what propaganda we have.
% off the high.
Oh, yeah.
The rotational action. You know, energy had a great bid. Now it's down because oil's down. So, look, we're in this mode right now where we think the basic premise of Fed cutting into a decent economy still prevails. And I guess basically until something comes along to dislodge that view.
Yeah, and the jobs report, which could come along and possibly dislodge it, that may not even happen on Friday because of the shutdown. So obviously that's the other wild card
an interesting
out there.
test of whether no news is not bad.
Right.
We'll see. All right, our next guest says we have arrived at an important cyclical turning point, and he sees the market broadening, though perhaps not booming from here. Joining us now, Michael Kantrowitz, Chief Investment Strategist at Piper Sandler. Good to see you. Welcome. So, broadening, in what respect? I mean, are we going to finally see sort of the earnings growth catch up from the average stock, or is it just going to be kind of a rotation of flows? How do you see this playing out?
I think it's more about a breadth story than a magnitude story. So both from a macro and micro perspective, we've had these great 3 years in the market. You've seen housing data have this L-shaped situation for the last 2.5 years. Same thing with manufacturing. PMIs have just been stuck, not going anywhere. And we see now we have the beginnings of a improvement in both the macroeconomy, which should translate into a broader participation earnings to the upside in the market as well.
What drives the broader economy in a better direction? I mean, there is this reacceleration thesis, people putting the pieces together of, you do have some of the tax provisions kicking in.
Yeah.
I guess just kind of, going that long without, seeing much growth from housing and manufacturing, you're going to get a little bit of a benefit from just comparisons and things like that. But is there anything else going on?
Well, it's been way long enough to hope for those easy comparisons.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. I like to think about something changing as, well, why was it in a bad spot in the first place? And clearly interest rates were an issue for smaller businesses, for lower end consumers, for housing, for manufacturing, which was impacted by housing. So it's the fact that we've had rates that have been stable for 2.5 years now. Everyone's been debating where the 10-year's going. It hasn't gone anywhere. And we're at the low end of the range, and the Fed's cut 125 basis points. So just the fact that we're not seeing rates go up and have stabilized and have now started to drift down makes all our anticipatory indicators pop up and look like a green shoot.
What does a broadening market look like? Because when you say broadening, most people think, some sort of a handoff from technology to other sectors. Does it necessarily have to be the case?
Well, I think it's more joining. I don't see this as a big rotation out of tech. Large cap growth, the NASDAQ have dominated really for 10 years, not just the last 2.5, 3 years. So I think it's the door is getting a little open, the bouncers letting some more people into the party perhaps. And again, I think it's ironically due to the fact that we have a soft labor market, which has allowed some of the inflation fears to come off and allowed interest rates to come down, the Fed to cut.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. I try to point this out. I mean, there was a time in like May or June when you had Powell saying data dependent, wait and see, we're not ready to cut. And he was pointing to the unemployment rate, right? We're at our mandate there. We don't have to worry about it. And since then, because of the softening of the labor data, people are making the case, or at least have the impression, that maybe that's overstating the weakness in the underlying economy. and therefore giving the Fed room to cut without necessarily the pain of actually a downturn.
Yeah, as long as it's balanced.
Hey, yo,
yes,
bro,
I would argue
Etsy
it
and
has been- it hasn't
Shopify,
been
what
a
is this?
Negative surprise. It hasn't been a swift move up.
They're
in
either
the
getting
unemployment rate.
pumped or they
That's a
buying
really
each
good
other
backdrop.
out, bro.
That's
What is
Goldilocks
this?
In a
Literally,
post-inflation shock
Etsy's up
world.
5 and
you have
Shopify's
to go back pretty
pumping.
far in history to see
Check
past
them
periods
both.
where, just like today, the
But
unemployment
4%
rate
on
and
Etsy,
the
that's
stock
large.
market went up together, which they've been doing for the last 2.5 years.
OpenAI lets
In terms
users
of
buy
tariffs
stuff
and sort
through
of the uncertainty, because
ChatGPT.
Trump will say
That was
100%
10 a.m.
tariffs on
That was
films
it.
not made in the United
Oh,
States.
yeah, it's OpenAI.
Tariffs
That's
on
it?
furniture now.
Yeah.
It may
That's
not
the news.
necessarily
It's a
happen,
Wall
of
Street
course,
Journal,
it's sort of the,
OpenAI.
headlines
You're
that
5
we're
minutes
dealing with
behind,
right
though,
now. But in
unfortunately.
terms of just market uncertainty, I mean, does
I didn't
that
even
eat
think
into
that would
it at
lead
all,
to
or are we
those
just
going
so
up.
inured to
Yeah,
these
Shop and Etsy are on the
threats of
OpenAI
tariffs
news.
that
Literally.
it's fine, we look through that.
OpenAI
There's
lets
just
users
this
buy
huge, I
stuff
think,
through
diminishing
ChatGPT.
Impact of fear
And then
the
there
wall of
aren't
worry.
Apple and
we've
Amazon
climbed
and
the
Walmart
largest wall
aren't
of worry
using
in
it.
history,
That should be
probably the
negative
last
for
5
Walmart.
years. And so even something like the shutdown,
Honestly, if
or
you want to
these
try one,
more
go Walmart
industry-specific
puts
tariff
to the
situations,
downside, because
I
that's
think
mentioned in the
investors have gotten
article
to a
as they
point,
haven't tried it
whatever
yet.
the fear is,
But then the other
will
ones are
show
going
me
up.
first,
I don't have a
and
play
then
on
I'll
any of these. I
react,
think we're a
which
little
is
late.
generally, I think, how
Walmart,
the
you're
market
early if it hits, but I don't
behaves,
know if
but
that
it's
will.
even
I think
more,
you missed out on that.
clear, I think, in the last couple of years.
What would tell you that the market is now too relaxed? I mean, not at the moment, but eventually. I mean, you see where credit spreads trade, right? They're very compressed. You do have relatively
PayPal
benign
might,
volatility
but-
levels.
yeah, like I said,
do
you're
know
kinda
people keep
behind.
pointing to
What are you guys
professional
doing, bro?
investors
How'd you fucking
feeling
miss
somewhat
that?
underinvested, or at least
I'm
neutral,
getting
as
Jesus going
opposed
to the
being
bathroom. I just wasn't
very
looking.
much all in.
This
So,
is so, yeah. I
what
just
would
had
you
to
look
look over.
for to say, okay, the market is
I thought it was a
susceptible to
buyout
negative
for a
shock?
second, bro. I saw
Well, the
Shopify on
market's
the way up when I
always
left. but
susceptible
then
to
all
a
of them
negative
moving.
shock. To be fair,
There
I
you
wouldn't
go.
point out. I think the conventional
There's
wisdom
Etsy,
is, well,
though,
the VIX is
6%
too
now.
low, credit
You got
spreads are
another
too low,
2% if you
valuations
took
are
it.
too high. You could have been saying that for a long time over many periods. I believe in catalysts, and if we got rates to spike, inflation to spike, unemployment to spike, irrespective of really anything, that would cause a market downturn, a multiple compression backdrop. But all this fear around valuation and all these metrics that are at all-time highs, look at the index. All the fundamentals are at all-time highs too. Interest coverage has never been higher. Margins never been higher.
Yeah, you could have got a late stage one right there.
It's a reflection of the backdrop.
It's because
and I think it's
they're
appropriately
repumping
priced.
it. Everybody
If
who
we
was
get
late
one
on
of
it
those
is
shocks I
repumping.
mentioned, yeah, we'll have a
But
problem.
You're
And
late.
if we don't,
So
things continue
it's a
on
little
and
different
likely
than most of
broaden
the
out,
ones we
which is
had.
our general view going forward.
At the same time, markets are at these levels partly because of the belief that the Fed is going to continue cutting rates
Absolutely.
when inflation remains high. I mean, it is stubbornly high still, and so it could be pinned. Are you concerned that there's going to be that this disconnect will finally
And
surface in the
JD,
markets?
China's
if the
going
markets
vertical.
will not get what it is banking on.
I would say look at oil. And as long as oil is not a problem, it's really hard to get an inflation problem. Remember in 21 and into 22, everything went up. Oil was sharply higher, peaked in June 22, and really hasn't been a problem since. So if we can avoid that, and I think if we could go in a time machine and go back 10 years with today's inflation data set, yes, price levels are high. Would we be so obsessed with inflation? I don't think so. I think it's because the reference bias of the recent shock, which is making for the environment of soft employment, lowering rates, and people seeing that as a bullish
Yeah,
development.
I mean, I think CPI since 1990 has averaged high twos, right? I mean, it's not like it's always been a 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Michael, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks.
A surprise on the upside for home sales, a late summer surge. Let's get to Diana Oluk, who's got the details. Hey, Diana.
Hey, Melissa. Yeah, pending home sales, which are based on signed contracts, rose 4% in August from July and were nearly 4% higher year over year. The street was just looking for flat. Now, this read is a forward-looking indicator of closed sales in September and October, and closings have been pretty weak for a while now. Mortgage rates in August, when people were out signing these deals, were slightly.
All right, thank you. Hello. GE on the low, getting flush. So might get some plays here later in the day. You just had that one. Hopefully you got it, but we were a little bit behind during the transition. You should have saw it on the high ticker, though. Oh, excuse me. But oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, how are you doing? It's time for Philo. I got a good one. It's really random, all over the place. A lot happened this weekend. Good, bad. And even Friday's Philo was great, you guys. I love Friday's Philo. You know that? Because it's like I said, it's sad. It really is. But, you know, the gate is closed. And I hope all of y'all, man, are ready to go. It's exciting. And it's also sad, though, bro. I'm telling you. Even I'll tell you, even the first part with my sister. And I've already shared a little bit about that with you guys today. But just imagine what I was telling you guys on Friday. And it's like, dude, believe me, I wish I like felt bad, and I don't anymore, and I don't know, and it's terrible. That's why it's kind of scary for myself, because I'm telling you, usually I'm a lot more empathetic. I don't think you guys realize that. Even if you thought I was an asshole prior, you fucked up, because that was the moment where you could have really taken advantage of my empathy. So, and that's what I'm saying, bro, because it's scary. It really is. Because I don't, even for my own sister, brother, as anybody else in this world, if you don't, I don't want to force anybody to do anything, you know? And if you do, you live your life. That's it. I hate to see bad things happen, but just, I'm not like, I don't know. I don't get outraged. I don't know how to describe it to you guys. It just, and actually I do, you know, and you know what I'm going to use? From the Buddha. You know that? Believe it or not, this is a quote from Buddha. You guys know Buddha's not a real person, too. I don't know who needs to hear that. But there's this phrase that the Buddha says. You know, I love Jesus above all else. Don't get it twisted. But you know what he says? Sediment in the cup. So imagine you have a cup of water, right? And there's like dirt, pieces of sediment in the water. You stir up the water. If there was sediment in the cup, my brother, the water was dirty to begin with. Do you get what I'm saying? You have sediment in the water, you shake it up a little bit, it's going to spin around. It was already dirty. If you have no sediment in your cup and it gets stirred up, my brother, it doesn't matter how much you stir it, the cup won't get dirty. Oh. Yes. Did you think I wanted to argue with you about the Buddha? You may have misinterpreted this moment, brother. So, goodbye. I should have told you guys that. So, he got banned, but let me remind you that this is not a open debate. If you want to fact check me, you could fact check it and keep it to yourself. And if you want to talk about Siddhartha Gautama and Buddha, and go ahead. You could do all of that on your own. I'm here to tell you things. You don't have to listen. I don't have to listen to you. PayPal is dropping, and that's what the other part too. You can help out and do all that. And again, I don't know. I'm kind of mad that everybody, even the fucking Twitter scammers, fucking missed the OpenAI one. They only commented on it after I said something 10 minutes later. So you guys got to do better than that. I think that was a good one, because that was the only one I've missed in a very long time, and I thought you guys would have beat me, but you didn't. So that's terrible. That means you're only waiting for me to say shit. So other than that, I would just make sure you guys are watching the market. If you don't want to pay attention to the Jesus talk, then you better fucking get everything early, because clearly that just did not happen. So we gotta step that one up. But other than that, I hope you make the most of it. So, did you get the example though? If you have sediment in your cup and it gets stirred around, your cup was never clean. You have no sediment in the cup, you stir it around, my brother, it doesn't matter how much it gets stirred up. And there you go. The whole point. My brother, if you don't have your shit worked out and somebody starts stirring your cup, it makes sense why you could get bothered. Are you understanding? Think about it. My brother, if my cup is clean, you could shake me up all you want. I mean, it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm saying. Even my own sister, I'm watching her destroy her life. I'm watching her let outside influence into her ear and make very poor decisions. I'll tell you the next thing that she's vulnerable to. But unfortunately, I'm sad for the world, but I'm not really that sad. And you know why too? Because I'm also like, listen, man, I don't think she's probably going to listen to this. You're listening, right? That's why you're here. I hope this is for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? It may be. She had a shot. She won't listen. All the other Chads that came before you, they had a shot. They didn't listen. That's cool, bro. Who cares? I think it's for the people still listening. So I hope this makes sense. And I hope you are encouraged, brother. And I hope y'all are ready for the battle you are going to engage. Because I'm telling you, bro, you're going to go up against a lot. That's just the reality of it. But this is the thing I wanted to tell you. And I see it in my sister. And I know what it leads to. This is why it's sad. Believe me, I'll try to stop it, but I already know. You guys all got to be careful for what you listen to. You know why? The most dangerous thing, truly, the most dangerous thing is in life is to lose faith. Y'all don't feel me. I'll give you an example. Peter from the Bible, and then Judas. Do you guys know those two? Peter and Judas. Can you tell me the difference between Peter and Judas? So Peter was Jesus's disciple. He was the homeboy with Jesus. Loved Jesus. He even cut off the dude's ear when they tried to arrest Jesus. He was ready to, you know what I'm saying? And then Judas is the guy who betrayed him. Right? You probably heard Judas. You've heard people, you little Judas. He's the guy who betrayed Jesus for money. Peter and Judas. Peter and Judas. This one's interesting. Because they're pretty different, right? Like, you would argue the guy who was like, you know, with Jesus, and then the guy who betrayed him would be pretty different. All right, are you ready? Here's the irony of it. Peter and Judas did the exact same thing. Y'all ain't get it. My brother, they both denied Jesus. One of them even got paid to do it. One of them did it for free. Y'all, Peter denied Jesus for free. Judas denied Jesus for money. Isn't that wild? I think it's wild because we like to look at Judas like this one thing, but then him and Peter did the exact same thing. They both denied Jesus. But here's the part where it gets crazy. How did they handle it? You know what ended up happening? They both did the same thing. They both denied Jesus. My brother, one point in this life, dog, you don't think God knows you and what you're up against? Oh, rejoice, brother. You could always make a mistake. God ain't gonna hold you back for that. He'll grow you in that. But you don't get it, bro. They did the same exact thing. The difference is that one of them applied a permanent solution. You know what the other did? He got faith and he got his freedom again. He dusted it off and he tried again and he lived on and he ended up being a reason for the book. Are you understanding? Because if you don't know what happened, Judas dropped off the money he got and then he went and he clapped himself. Peter ended up asking for forgiving and they ended up killing Peter. But do you see what Judas did? My brother, the moment he lost faith in even his redemption, the moment he lost faith in the mission he was on, even if he did it for money or not, he ended up returning it and taking his own. Y'all ain't get it. Like I told you, that's the thing I'm afraid of. That's what I'm worried about for my sister. That's what I'm worried about for all of you guys. That's why all of you who think I disagree with you or your life, you have no idea. I only care about your soul, and I only care about just do whatever you want. Don't ever lose faith in this life and harm yourself, let alone another individual. That's the problem. Y'all ain't realize all this lack of hope. Again, that's why I said, bro, you listen to people, they get in your ear, they're going to drain you. They're going to put you in a more hopeless position, and then you're going to either have to really believe them or it's going to get overbearing. Let's be real. So, Chad, this message of hope is for your own good. It's for your life. I hope you realize. Because the most dangerous thing, bro, that's what you guys got to realize. That's what these people don't want you to see. My brother, you could always be renewed. Your mind can always be renewed. Every failure can be turned into a success. I guarantee it. Everything. Every failure has an equal seed of success in it. That's the way of the world. So you must always have your faith and hope. I don't care. I'm not saying that what you're going through isn't real or difficult. I'm saying, regardless, you need to maintain faith in your heart, your mind, and your soul. You need to always be looking forward and having that. Otherwise, you are in danger. And I'm not talking danger of these weird... I'm just yourself, brother. Yourself. When you're hopeless, you're going to be more likely to make permanent decisions to remedy very temporary things. So live in the temporary, brother. It's okay. It's fine. It's all going to be temporary. Stop making these permanent decisions rooted in a lack of faith. I think you guys will do good. I think there's another shot. I think, again, everyone telling me the world dark, and I'm like, it is, but it isn't. It's going to change, bro. It's always going to change. We must always look ahead. What do you mean? Have no faith. Have no hope. What are we going to do then? We're going to die. That's what's going to happen. We're going to hurt each other. We're going to hurt ourselves. Why? Because we're nihilists. We don't believe it. It's like, why wouldn't you? So avoid that danger. Think about the future. And above all else, man, whatever mistake you make, whatever thing you think you didn't live up to, correct yourself. Get better. Always find a way. But do not lose faith. Do not lose hope. Do not think that one thing will really change your destiny or will damn you. Can it affect how long it'll take? Can it change things in life? It can. But at the end of the day, it's not. There's always another shot. You guys need to remember this. Always. Again, gates will close. That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. Stop getting mad about I want opportunity for the things that are going to hurt you. No. There's always another shot of good things, and you'll see it. But if you don't have faith, and you keep playing this game of killing faith, killing this belief, being so hopeless and bleak, my brother, the only thing it ends up killing is yourself. Ask Judas. Ask them all. Why is that story in the Bible, dude? You don't think that's weird? That God put in a story? I think that's the only clapping of themselves in the Bible, that story. You don't think that's weird? I think it's extremely weird. I think it's extremely weird. Like I told, that's the most demonic thing. And it happens when you lose sight of the future. When you think you don't have another shot. When you think I messed up beyond belief. No, that's false. Mess up, bro. That's fine. I messed up too. I shouldn't be here. None of us should. By the grace of God. Grace of God alone. So I hope y'all feel me. And I hope you love yourself because you deserve it. I really do believe that. And the more and more you see this and look ahead, you'll understand what I'm saying. And guess what? The more you ignore it, you'll understand what they're saying. Keep shutting out the light, bro. Keep shutting out the future. I'm sure it's going to get dark. You understand me? That's why. It's like I know the game they're playing with people, bro. They play it with you. They play it with my sister. They play it with everybody. That's the whole point. They want you to turn off the lights of your future so they could say, look how dark it is. My brother, the light was on. The light is still on. Do not let anybody try to tell you it's dark. Stop letting people sell you what is already yours. You already deserve to be here. You're here, brother. Your breath is life. Amen. So what are we talking about? Don't lose sight of the future. Never lose hope. The most dangerous thing is losing faith. You know, and that's what leads to the next part. It's in you guys. That's what I've been saying on Friday. That's why I'm saying, imagine. This is why I need y'all to understand. You need the future. You need hope. Because I'm telling you, the power is in you. That's a beautiful thing. I know it sounds like you have responsibility, but you really don't. It means the power is in you and it revolves around you. All of you. It's simple. You could keep looking around. Go ahead. Keep looking outside of yourself. Go look at the world. Go look at the news. You haven't realized the more and more you look outside of yourself, you're giving dreams. They keep giving you hopeless stuff, and then they're selling you a dream to kill your future and to change your faith. You know why? Because you keep looking outside. You look outside of yourself, you're going to end up in a dream, brother. Fakeness. You look inside of yourself, you're going to get the answer within you. Can I give you another secret? The things you can't figure out about yourself, I promise you, you see them in everybody else. Let me put it this way. The one behavior and action you do subconsciously that you can't find a way to wrap your head around it, and the thing that's driving your life and your destiny, I guarantee it, when you see it in somebody else, you get pissed off. You don't get the trick? You could see your subconscious that you can't recognize in other people. That's how we operate. So when I don't like shit in people and I can't explain why, it's probably the part of me subconsciously that I haven't really addressed. That's why I don't like it. You don't get it? Think about it. It's a weird type of projection, but subconscious. Saying why? So think about that when you interact, because like I'm saying, you keep looking outside. The answer is in you. Even when you see what people making you mad, happy, angry, it's telling you something about you, brother. About you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all about you. You have to see it. If we all focused on ourselves and worked on ourselves, we would all live very harmoniously. That's what it is. It wouldn't be focus on yourself selfishly. It's saying you just know where the source is. My brother, how you act outwardly. You handle what's inwardly. You'll be fine. And again, the answer is within us, truly. It truly, truly is. You know, the light is inside you. It all revolves around you. I've told you, God, the Spirit of Christ is in you. You don't need religion. You don't need a pastor. You don't need a book. You don't need to give all your money away. You don't need to follow this. Oh, you've had sex. Nope. You're not born here. Nope. Nope. None of that. It's in you. The light, it revolves around you. You don't get it. I'm not too a fan of the numerology. I'm really not. But there is something unique of you in your brain. And it's a number that keeps coming up, but the whole point is how it revolves around you, brother. Do you know there's 12 cranial parts of your nervous system? You have 12 parts of your nervous system, 6 and 6 on each side. And you have these cerebral nerves that make up your nervous system in your brain. 12. You have 12 that revolve around. It's all revolving about one brain, one you, right? You know what else there's 12 of? 12 tribes that are chosen in the Bible. You know what else there's 12 of? And again, those tribes surrounded all of it. Think about it. It revolves around the chosen one. There's also 12 disciples who revolved around Jesus. My brother, there was even 12 months of the year, and the 12th month is telling you about how the sun is going. Do you not get it? It all revolves around one thing. It's you. The light is within inside you. Ta-da! So do you get what I'm telling you? It's within you. Everything. I do believe you're all chosen. But that's the whole point. Imagine everything, 12. Everything is about revolving around this central figure, whether it's God or the God within you, which is you. It's all about the power inside of you, not looking without, not looking outward, not looking to the world, not looking here, not looking in you. The sooner you figure this out, the sooner, that's why I said it. I said it to my sister, I'll say it to all of you. Stop fighting another person's war. Let them mutilate themselves for their cause. Why would you mutilate yourself when they're not willing to mutilate themselves for their own cause? It makes no sense. Stop looking there. Look within yourself. Be comfortable with yourself. Revolve your future around you. Then tell me where your thoughts are going. Because even if you let it revolve around you, brother, it's not as selfish as you think. I think you're going to realize, wow, I want to help more. And if I did want to help and provide, I got to make sure I'm good and I could plan all this and set it up where we can make a difference. Not, oh, I don't think there's a hope, and then squander it. It's all in you, bro. And it revolves around you. And I mean, the sad part is that the world is very difficult. That is the difficulty. Like, I don't know, man. You haven't realized? Dude, like, I had a really good weekend. I loved everything. I had good food. I had a good time. I got to see the Chads. Oh, I got to go all over, bro. I was loving life. And in that moment, I realized, I said, wow, I don't like loving life. You know why? Because it's so easy to get pulled into it, bro. You know that? You guys don't think it's weird how all of a sudden, like, how do people fall into shit, bro? Seriously. How do people go so well, doing well, and then all of a sudden they just fuck it up? How? Bro, let's be real. You guys don't. This is why it's kind of weird that some of y'all, or again, even people like my sister, where I'm like, no. Y'all are forcibly turning off the lights. It doesn't make sense. That's why I'm scared of the radicalization. Because, brother, this world is sweet. Do you understand me? This is a very sweet world. That's why I'm saying, like, it's to say there's no hope, sure, I can't agree with it. To say that it revolves around hedonism and it's fun and pointless, I could probably agree with that. Is there a lot of evil and other things? Yes, but this dark, heavy, I'm like, what are you talking about? You guys don't see it? This world is very sweet. That's why some people even being turned off by the sweetness, I'm like, I don't get it. You're telling me you're not even pulled by these worldly things, but you're acting so worldly, but then you're not. It's really odd. Because like I'm telling you, bro, every day, man, and I hope all of you, it's so financial. You have no idea. Because you, in your mind, your brain, your soul, bro, you're going to have to manage money. You're going to have to manage all the things that you're doing. And like, dude, the world is a fun place. And in the spirit of the world is very strong. And if you haven't realized by now, it is going to test your loyalty to God every single day. If you don't think I have, you're a fool. I think I'm a fool because I just kind of realized it this weekend. I know I'm scared of myself and a lot of things. Oh, but I said, Lord, holy crap, it's so nice. My brother, I have too much fun for 1 second. I could forget everything, and before I know it, you've done it. We've all done it. We all get pulled by it every day, but you don't see it. Everything when you wake up, the joy, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it is to test your loyalty to God every day. He's not trying to test you. I don't think it's like a weird game God is playing. I just think those are it's just the two most beautiful girls in the world. I can't describe it. The world is beautiful. God is more beautiful. I know which one is wife material, brother. I do. One of them is the bride. You are the bride of Christ. You don't think that's a weird terminology? But the point is, the spirit of the world is great. I hope you learn to respect it, and I hope you realize every single day and minute. Again, that's why you have to take every thought captive, bro. You have no idea. I'm being dead serious. Because every thought, every action, every word, it either goes in alignment with God, or before you know it, it's going to pull you and drift you away. But you ain't, I hope you get the point. Because this is also where I'm at with it. Like I'm saying, it could be scary, it could be beautiful, but like, brother, you don't get it? I have been delivered. Do you know what that means? That means the world is going to be sweet. It means it is going to be very appealing. And it means you could put it right in front of me. Yet it will have no power over me. My question for you is, can you say the same? Because that's what you're going to need. And you want to say you're delivered, brother? Let me make it simple for you. Deliverance does not mean God take away everything in life away from me. I wish he would, you know that? All the things that I had trouble getting control over, I prayed that God would just make me a slave and just take it away. And you know what I'm saying? But no. Deliverance means that the world could be right in your face, yet have no power over you. Do you understand? I hope for all of you, you gain this. That's what, and that's what we need. That's what I'm telling you, bro. The world is so sweet and it's so great. But at the same time, I know who's greater. And now it's at the point, I'm not going to run away from these things. We're not going to hide. It's not like, oh, I can't control myself. You can. My brother, you could put it right in front of me. Again, it goes back to the sediment in the cup. And that's why you focus on you. Look inside. Know yourself, my brother. Find the light and be delivered. And all these things will remain. They're not going away. They're not going anywhere. You guys know that, right? It's not going anywhere. All these people, all the weird stuff, it's not changing. It'll probably get worse. The only thing that's going to change is you, brother. You don't get it? It's only going to get worse. You're going to get better. That's the key. The point, bro, you could throw us in the middle of the world going nuts. They could go crazier than ever. My brother, we say no, we reject it. You don't get it? I hope you get it. Because we're going no matter what. That's what deliverance is. My brother, you could put me in the middle of the mess. I'm not going to get messy. Praise God. I'm delivered. But if I throw you in the mess and you go and start getting messy, I would look inside. I would find out inside. Because it all revolves around you. One of the biggest things and decisions you're going to have to make, do you choose the world or do you choose God? Whichever one you pick, the other one's still going to be there. It's just how you respond to it. And does it have power over you? So, I have a couple more. I think I got one more to say. Or two more. And I don't know, this relates to the sediment one. But I don't know, and I don't know who needs to hear this, man. You know, I'm laughing because I'm like, dude, I don't know who needs to hear this. You know, lately a lot of people have been going to church, and it's good. I'm very glad. And I think some of you have been drawn to the Lord. Like I said, if you think that God is going to be some genie, I would just put the Bible down now and call it a day. I don't want you let down, and I don't want these people to lie to you and tell you, because I'm telling you, bro, my God really is great. And everything in that Bible is real. But if you pick it up with the expectation like it has to work magic, it's hard. And it's easy to get let down. So I'm saying that, but I'm also saying it like this too, is that I don't know who needs to hear this. But you guys know that God made you, right? And I'm laughing because I need somebody to realize this, is that my brother, he built you with everything. He knows exactly who you are and what you are going to do. You know that, right? So I don't know what you're struggling with, and you're like, oh, God, I keep doing this. God, my bro, he knows already. I promise you. He didn't get this far in your life like this blindsided him. Do you understand? He's like, what? He's like, what? This guy's been an alcoholic this whole time? What? God, you're not surprising God, brother. But I've told you this before. But this is what I want you to realize. Just like I told you, the pull of the world. I need you to think about this. That addiction, that thing, that personality trait, whatever you think it is, that's like separating you from God, it's not. But I want you to use that as an indicator. Stop using it as an entry ticket. Do you get what I'm saying? Because your entry ticket, God already knows. You're already in the building, brother. He's already inside of you. You're even probably hearing this right now. I would argue you got a nice seat. Do you understand? It's not an entry ticket. Your sin, your addiction, your behavior, it doesn't get you in or out of anywhere. Do you understand? At least not in the spiritual realm. I need you to use it as an indicator of whether or not you have deliverance or not. I want you to use it as an indicator of how strong the world is on you or not. And there you go, my brother. Do you see what I'm saying? Because in a weird way, it'll keep you honest. And that way you could always focus, always have hope, always aim. And it's telling you, don't beat yourself up, but correct it because it's telling you what's wrong. Don't tell me you have strength, but then you still have this. It doesn't mean you're not, that God's not within you. It means your strength is low. That's all. And then you're telling me I struggle with this, God knows, but you know, I'm doing good right now. That's good. That means your strength is going up. Your strength is high. Do you see what I'm saying? No condemnation, brother. But you do need a high standard. And that's what I'm saying. God wants to teach you how to work this world, brother. You get what I'm saying? How to enjoy it, how to live in it, but not have your mind end up being only the world and ignoring him. Or having your mind all 10%, 20, all of it focused on worldly, lower matters. He wants to show you. That's why all these things that are about you, that show you about you, you see others, even in anger, it tells you about you. He wants you to learn. You think that addiction, you think your sin is keeping you from God? He's inside of you. He wants you to know how strong are you able to actually get away from the pull of the world or not. It's telling you about you. Where is your strength right now? That's where it is. Oh, I hope you feel me. And that way too, bro, just like, I don't know. Work for yourself, man. Work for your future. Stop working against it. Because I hope, I know, at the risk of this sounding like prosperity gospel, I'll still tell you, man, I think it's in the Lord's favor for you to do well. Honestly, the more and more I look at it, I'm like, man, in my life, I did well, but I feel like there were so many moments I made it so difficult. And I think God wanted me to do very well. And I think I gave more into the world. And I think I was just doing whatever I wanted. And I see it. That's what I'm saying. The lack of faith, the lack of purpose, not aligning with it. It's, you just look. I think you'll see what I'm talking about. God, you could see it in your life that God wants you to succeed. And you'll look back and realize there's a lot of moments where, like, we're working against ourselves, brother. We really are. We really are. All of this needs to be in a line. Everything must serve you. And like I'm telling you, bro, at the base level, bro, I hope you pray. I hope you're meditating. I hope you go to your secret spot. Because I want, and just like I kept ranting on Friday, bro, I want all of you to have this. I want you to have what I have, bro. I see a world terrified of God. I see a world, they don't even know God. And meanwhile, bro, this guy that whoever I'm talking to, it's Jesus. I know who it is. Dog, it's just revealing so much about myself to me. Do you understand? It's amazing. And that's why I'm saying, I'm like, I see where I've worked. I'm seeing how I've worked against myself. The more and more, I'm learning about me, about what I've done and how I'm doing. And it's teaching me about myself in the world. But this is what I'm trying to tell. That's God, bro. My brother, you think this guy, God, is just trying to like hurt you, punish you? Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. I get where my sister got a certain view. But then again, it's like, we're all old, bro. You ain't living with parents no more. You guys know that, right? I don't listen to the Bible because my mom gonna beat me. And I read it on my own. I think all of you need to. You got to grow up. Because I'm just saying, like, this experience I've gone through, this experience with God, it is not this big bad wolf. All I've realized is I need to humble myself a little bit. I'm not as good as who I thought I was. And then I'm like, yeah, man, this guy's kind of like gently showing me and nudging me in the positive direction. That's it. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing, yeah, maybe I do want to do those things, but when I let my guard down and stop being so emotional about whether I want to fuck something or not, or whether I want to do this or do that, I'm just seeing how it's in my benefit and how this guy has been trying to help me. You understand? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, go to the secret place. Go pray, bro. There's no condemnation. What are y'all scared of? What are you running from? It's to teach you about you. All these rules, it's not even strict. God is just trying, bro, be enlightened. Let the world show you, but ultimately let the Christ within you blossom and illuminate and light up the whole right side of your brain, bro, and get it all. Because it's about you. It teaches you. This guy has been the homie. But that's what I'm saying. It's just so many. We think it's this guy who's here to punish us. He's just really not. You guys understand that? I don't know if you hear it in my voice, bro. Like, do you? Because I'm being genuine as ever. I don't know how I could explain it to you any other way. This is the homie, bro. If you think I've been any sort of homie towards you, you have no idea. Because that's what this is next level homie shit, bro. Why do you think this is a drill sergeant trying to attack you? He's not. Is there been some harsh realities and some harsh truths that I've had to digest? Indeed. Not always pleasant. But it's not, okay, I don't feel attacked. You might feel attacked in the beginning, and I would argue you're just immature about it. That's how I was. Are you telling me we don't get mad when people correct us? Or if someone tells you you're doing wrong, that's hard to deal with in the beginning. And if you never get past the beginning, you're going to live your whole life not accepting that and all the things. Al-Thiani, welcomed assurances. Netanyahu expressed regret. Israel violated Qatar's sovereignty. Leaders accept president proposal to establish trilateral mechanism. Amen. There isn't anyone or anything. Yeah, there's nothing that'll wait years for you to get it and won't hold it against you. And I don't know, just humor me, because this Philo hits a lot harder, bro, if you have the maturity to just come to the conclusion that you were working against yourself. I know, hear me out. Just take it as true that God wants you to do good. God has your best success in mind in every way, both monetarily down to spiritually. Obviously, and I've been trying to tell you guys this for months, that you have to realize the success blessing from God and money, it is not going to come if you are susceptible to destroy yourself. Do you not realize? That's something I've learned about me. I have a lot of money. I think it's amazing and it's cool. but I'm not a billionaire. But I've realized that I think anything more than what I have would probably destroy me. You know why? Because I don't think God has given it to me yet. I am not ready for it. So does that mean I run away and I never do anything? No, it means I work really hard to get ready. It means I need to find out what about me isn't ready. And I need to grow it and make sure I could handle it. Because if I know the rain is coming, I just got to build a big enough bucket. You understand? But I think you'll realize, if you take it as true that God wants the best for you, you'll realize how much you worked against it. How much you're working against it now. And like I'm saying, bro, when it comes to money, man, he is such a good guy. I can't, but, because like I'm telling you, bro, you'll get what you're ready for. Do you understand? I mean it. That's the prosperity gospel. It really is. But that's what they should have been saying in church. Not, yo, give me your money, you get rich, God this, God that. It's just simple. Like, for real. It's hard to understand, because then you're like, well, what do you mean I'm not ready for it? It's hard. It's hard to say that without offending people, without offending yourself. But yeah. But like I'm saying, this is homie work, bro. This is a homie trying to help you build. Using the authority you have on this planet, he is working through you to get you ready to handle it. So keep learning, bro. And it all revolves around you. The light is inside you. So that being said, I think I have another part. Let me see. This one's kind of random. It's kind of Philo, but not really. But I wrote it down. Yeah. That's what this one's interesting. I'm forgetting the context, but I think I remember it. I wrote down, you're not sensitive. You're perceptive. If you're perceptive, tell me what you saw. Speak it accurately and honestly. Do you know what this is referring to? Think about it. If you tell someone the truth and they respond back with you're just being sensitive, I don't necessarily agree. But then again, I don't know if you could judge every situation. It's very simple. I don't think there's really a thing as sensitive. All that matters is accurate and honest, and perception, or being perceptive. What I'm trying to tell you, my friends, if you notice something that is accurate and honest, say it. Don't worry about sensitive, and vice versa. If you're really dealing with people and people are trying to pull you away because of, if you're being honest and accurate, I would have no worries. Ooh, this is another one. Even better. Truth is earned through consistency, not questions. Would you guys agree with that? This is something I've also seen. I actually had this happen a week ago. I had a guy pitch me. It was this is another one of my girlfriend's friends. She had a boyfriend, and he does some investing thing, and this guy was trying to pitch me. And then it pretty much got to by the end of it, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's a scammer. But he kept asking me questions. I would tell him exactly what I wanted. I'd say, I'll buy any real estate. That's what I would tell him. He said he would bring up a storage unit. I said, I'll buy it. He'd say, no. He said, do you want this? Do you want that? And then he would ask me 10 other questions. And then I'd answer the same way and say, no, I'd buy it if it was, can I buy the real estate? And then he says, yeah, but what about this? Then we kept going. We did that for a couple times. But think about it in life, everywhere. My brother, questions. They are great, but they do not create the truth. Do you understand how consistent the truth is? Like, do you see it? My brother, you don't discover truth by unlocking the right set of questions. I mean, it's either objectively true or it's not. Again, all of you and what you decide to trust. I don't think you should be I don't think you should be trusting people based on what questions they ask or answer. I would be more focused on the consistency of those answers. Let me put it another way. If any of you have lost friends or opportunities because you were being truthful and it was consistent in everything you've done, and the people you were dealing with were to the contrary, my brother, I would rejoice. Because again, truth is earned through consistency, not through questions. That's the problem. The problem isn't Chad, let me put it this way. Chad, the problem or the question isn't would I lie to you? Right? Would I lie to you, Chad? Who cares? That's a shitty question. That's somebody trying to get your fake trust. If I'm like, Chad, would I lie to you? Would I lie to you, Chad? No, brother. The real question is, would I notice? Do you get it? That's what I mean by truth and consistency. The problem isn't, would I lie to you? The problem is, would I notice if you lied to me? Has your consistency been rooted in falsehoods or truth? Do you have a consistency and truth about you that could align or deviate depending on what you say or do or not? Or are you so deep in this thing, I can't even tell? That's the problem. That's what's always disappointing with the Chads, right? You'll love a Chad, I'll be like, oh, I want to help them out, and then they lie. And I'm like, that's weird. I couldn't even notice it. You were so far from the truth, brother. But then again, that's how I've learned. Consistency. You could ask the right questions. You only ask them one time, I don't think it's really that prevalent in your life. You ask it all the time, it's the same oh, there you go. So, here's the point. I look forward to making you guys a lot smarter. But it's going to start with yourself. It's going to start with this desire. I hope you could use your imagination and personal responsibility for good things. I really, really do, man. And I hope you don't lose your faith. And all of these, man, it's simple. Is to never become a slave. Do you understand me? All of you. That's what I want you to learn. I want you to truly understand the freedom in Christ. This spirit that I have, brother, this spirit that I walk in, I walk around this world with. Do you understand that we are free? Do you understand me? You are free, brother. You are truly free. It's you and God. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful thing. And that's what I want you all to get. And I want you to have the tools, knowledge, everything, even the money, to only rely on you and God. And that's it. That's it, bro. That's what it comes down to be free. Freedom. In thought, in mind, in will, my beliefs, all the freedom. And that's why I'm telling you, all of this, honesty, sensitivity, perception, the faith, again, even your imagination. I just want to explain this to you. And if this could describe you, I need come and let me help, because we need to fix this right away. Very simple. Confusion, guilt, exhaustion, and compliancy. My brother, those are the 4 necessary pillars to manipulate. Do you understand? All of you. If I throw you into confusion, if I could get you to feel guilty, tire you out over and over, and get your mind to imagine that the battle is never going to end and only gets more, and then get you to start being compliant, my brother, I could get you to do whatever I want. That right there is the psychological handbook for everything in the world right now. Promise you. You don't believe me? None of this is a Philo. This is Carl Jung and science from like 50 years ago. So fuck off. Ta-da! Do you understand? You are free. You are free in Christ. I love it. Christ gave us, look how ahead he was. He gave us all of this. He gave freedom in Christ. But you need to watch your mind. You need to watch your ear. You need to never lose faith, because my brother, the moment you give into confusion, guilt, exhaustion, compliancy, the next stop is manipulation. Do you understand me? And like I'm telling you, if you're confused now, let's stop it all and let's get clarity. I will help. If you're guilty now, what are you guilty of, brother? The Lord has died on the cross for your sins, and I could go into this so deep. Oh, I'll go into your subconscious and I'll show you how you're clear if you really want. That doesn't give you an excuse to go murder and cause havoc from here on out. But what are you feeling guilty about? Are you exhausted? My brother, who said you have to earn rest? You don't. That's coming from Mr. Capitalist Man right here. I don't even like this capitalism, brother. But you can rest right now, every day. The Lord has already granted you rest. Do you understand? Look at this world and all of that. They go crazy and cuckoo. What's in my mind is peace and calm. It's as if there was a storm all around me and Jesus in the boat is just chilling. My brother, do you get it? You can rest. The Lord will give you rest in your mind. Stop giving your ear to all of this drama. You will find rest, and then you will think clearly. Compliant, my brother, only give somebody what they earn. That's it. I only agree if it's there. I don't comply for the sake of compliancy. I comply for the sake of objectivity. I comply for the sake of it being correct. I comply for the sake of my brother. Do you understand? But like I'm saying, all of these, if this is applying to you, if you're just agreeing with things and you don't know why, turn around now. You're exhausted. You can't get rest even though we should rest. Turn around now. Let's go. I'll help. But like, this all ties into it. And then you're either going to get manipulated into having faith or not having faith. Most of the people are getting manipulated into not having faith. You see, everything I tell you is not, I can't manipulate. I can't manipulate you into faith because I'm not using confusion. I'm not guilt tripping you. You're free. No condemnation, brother. I don't think this is exhausting. Woo! You may think, what is my task for you? Imagine, if you say what I give you is exhausting, watch 30 minutes a day of Philo, and then I tell you don't even listen to it and go spend 30 days, 30 minutes of a day, an hour of a day in a room doing nothing. That's too much. That's exhausting? Really? Compliant? Did I say agree with everything Josh says? I said, fuck me. It doesn't matter. If it's in the Bible and I say something opposite, I'm a liar. I am a liar. I'm a human. You don't need to comply. The only thing you comply with is God. That's your only order. So yeah, Chad, I love it. I pray you don't get manipulated out of your future and your hope and your faith. And what I really hope is you use this imagination of yours, man. Because you guys don't get it. You know how I've been telling you lately? And I was like, I think eventually I'll be able to see into the future. I really do, especially with like AGI. And then I did it again, though. I did it again this weekend. I don't want to tell you, but I did it. I did another one. Like I told you, I'm learning how to do it. It's the trippiest thing I've ever done. But let me make it more practical. I've already been doing this a lot. So have you. Bro, your imagination literally pulls into the future and brings it into reality. You don't understand? Go look. Everything in your room right now was imagined by a human brain, you motherfucker. You don't get it? Look at that computer. Look at everything. I got a mic stand. I got a mouse. I got these phones. I got the desk. I got the wires. I got the speakers. I have a hat, the Starbucks bag, an air filter. I have a cinnamon broom. What the fuck is this? Do you not get it? Look at every single thing was imagined by somebody. It didn't exist prior. Then a human mind said, wow, I could see this. What about this? And they went to the future, into a realm that doesn't exist. And then they brought that idea to the present. Are you understanding? I know, all you did was imagine, but if you look at it that way, you could kind of see the process I'm telling you. By default of imagination, some of you don't realize you have been pulling things from the future and putting it to reality already. Some of you have done that with the negativity. You know that, right? So you think I'm batshit insane telling you I could see the future, and then I could show you objective shit that I've done, but that's a whole nother topic. But I'm just trying to let you know at the base level, that's what your imagination is. Nothing existed prior. But we see these things and we have an idea, it's in the future, and we pull it and bring it to reality. That's why how you think and imagine is so crucial. That's why when I keep telling you your imagination, this thought, this thing, it's critical. Because I told you, your mind is powerful. And one of these days, one of you, you're going to imagine something. And it's going to be something in the... Dude, I use the microphones are part of the future. Right? The screens are part of the... Once they weren't. They were in the future. They were imagined and pulled into reality. So whether you think I sound crazy or not, I'm just trying to tell you the instrument to do that is an imagination. That's what it is. That's the tool. That's the vehicle. That's the bridge. Imagine. So if you taint your imagination, you won't be able to do this. Or you're probably not used to doing this. You don't realize this is the basic business principle. That's it. Just you're imagining, bring it to life. Again, you're long term. You imagined, you brought it to life. It was in the future. Think about it. Yeah, we were all like, oh, big long term. Oh, I told you about the long term I have. You never even saw it, and you still imagined it. It was there, and it is there. And then you saw another one, and it was in the future, and you pulled it into reality. And here we are today. Now you have one too. The sooner you imagined it, the sooner you got it. No? Ta-da! So yes, baby. Keep the faith. Don't let them manipulate out of it. And you better start using that imagination to create. But take that to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. YouTube.com/the stock market. Amen. Amen. Oh, is this guy still live? Oh, the Netanyahu thing hasn't started yet. They're all waiting. I forgot I leaked that other song to you guys already. Uncle got pissed. All right. I want Marty Coe, baby.
All right, guys, listen to this blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Hello, how you doing? I'm that motherfucking guy. Had a call, I had a put. Now I'm Marty McFly. NQ/ES, get my pronouns right. If I'm throwing hands up and his finger to the sky, throw me in the fire, then I'm coming out alive. Boy, I've been here for a while. I don't need to tell you 5 years running. How the hell I hate it, not inspired. Yeah, they headed for the Insta, but I do it for the life. Put it on my life. I don't think twice. Instinct on beast. Had to learn it to survive. If you think I'm cheap, you ain't give the right price. I would never love a lifestyle more than I love my life. Always been a boss, I don't never need a break. Always been on stars, you could put me with the grace. Big man, milk can, we could talk about the race. Zotan to my rag, got it all in one place. All in one take, I don't want the bait. Shout out to my nephew, man, he got my whole estate. Shout out to my mama, she know I'ma keep the faith. And don't forget about my girl, so pretty like her face. Why they mad at me, talking about they fallacies. My life is fantastic, yours is just a fantasy. Head trick with the assets, I ended up with equity. Ain't fucking with you fascists, the ownership is set me free. And God too, don't forget how God move. Only need a little bit, that's the way that God prove. Fuck you ain't feeling it. Shake the dust from my shoes, living in this silhouette. It's hard for me to act rude. I am that dude, put him in a bad mood. Only time you see me out is if I'm buying bedrooms. I don't really stress, dude, tell me what they get you. Like I'm eating out, I'm just trying to get the chat food.
Acting like you know me, homie, you ain't got the vibe. Camping for reactions, cause a demon need a rise. What's a lion to a sheep is how each you define the pride. Be careful the things you thinking, you speaking, and what's inside.
Money, 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 I don't give a fuck about it. 2020, homie, already had the bag without it. Hate or love it, you ain't even know the half about me. But I take a half and double that, I keep it 100, homie. On the minor P, it sound like money make them all involved. Don't see it, but they feel it, that's what happened when the landed hard. Sleeping while we eating, I don't know who should be more apart. Money is a servant, my worth is when treated as a god. Cold.
Lord, give me faith. We already tried to love them. I feel you, dude. I like it. I like that this Uncle's tracks have been phenomenal. I've been impressed. I don't think you guys understand. I'm trying to explain this. I'm like, I'm impressed, brother. Even I'm impressed. The brain, the mind. I'm impressed, brother. I'm like, damn. I didn't even know Uncle had that in there, bro. I'm like, what? Fuck yeah, run it. I just play in beats to see what comes out now. That's where, if it's the right day, you gotta let me get, I have to take, I don't know, some of y'all, because I still think you're probably gonna shoot me one day, but one day I'll take you to my main crib and I'll show you the prayer room. It's that same one I've been telling you about. I've been changing it, and it's this. I'm telling you, bro, it's disgusting. Bro, just give me like a dark room for like 30 minutes, an hour. We could take over the whole world. I'm waiting for you guys. That's it. Eventually, some of y'all are gonna meet me there, and then it really gets popping. But till then, little by little, scatter the seeds. BTU, that would have been fire in the morning. They were already up a lot. Out of the Monies wouldn't have hit as well because it was like a melt. Yeah, they just doubled the Out of the Monies now. Into float tanks? Oh, you mean like you just float, right? Like, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Not as like a meditation thing, but I've seen people do it for like sports recovery. Yeah, BTU, the energy, we had the headline in the morning. The energy guy said they have an announcement, and then that was it. So I'm assuming, and then all of those ding ding dings, that was the White House talking. They're talking about what the live is about to be about. Something that was just too long. I'm not going to read it all. I'll let them talk about it. It's about this Palestinian-Israel agreement. You took a jet ski from Long Beach to Catalina? No way. That's crazy. Was it scary? Or like, did you feel like safe navigating? I wanted to take a boat to Catalina, but if you could just like really pull up in a jet ski, I'm so down. No, I didn't add the ting to the beat. Ting. That'd be dope though. It's a guided tour. Oh, you're sore as hell? Oh, I didn't even think about that, huh? You just bouncing up and down on the fucking open sea, dude. Yeah, no, fuck that. That might be a great neck workout, though. You know, I'm kind of down. You know, I could see that. I still need to get a horse. I heard you get sore riding a horse, too. So, and I'm so glad I banned everybody that would have made that a terrible, dirty joke. So, thank you, guys. And there's a delay, so if a bad joke comes in, you're a fucking idiot. Just telling you in advance. I'm speaking from the future to an idiot. But we've got rid of most of them, so it's kind of good. That's why I'm like, easy. Light work, bro. Light work. Heli. I liked Heli. Remember I wanted Heli for a little bit? I liked their brand, but I don't know if you guys noticed. I went with the products that you consume. So Heli has a lot of good. I like their portfolio a lot. It's still around the same price. You're paying like maybe I think you're paying 20%. That's so fucking crazy. Yeah, $4 is 20%. But yeah, remember it has a good divvy. I don't know where their thing is at, their payout ratio. But oh, off topics. I need to tell you guys my dream. All right, are you ready? I don't remember all of it because like there's only one part. It was intense and I remembered all of it. And then as I was writing it down in the morning, I started focusing on like the one part that really was like obvious. And then I forgot the rest. So yeah, it was intense. It was like, it wasn't bad, but dude, it was the trippiest dream I've had because I've never done this in a dream. So are you ready for who it involves? And remember I told you though, because half of you now think my dreams are like hella serious. And then the other half understand that. You guys remember, this is why when I told you the Charlie dream, like, please don't ever get it twisted. I think my dreams are entertaining as hell. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I think it's the funnest shit ever going to bed. You have no idea. That's why if you have no incentive to stop smoking weed, it's just solely for the dreams. Because I'm telling you, it's so funny. Like, it's really entertaining. It's like truly a movie. Like every single night I get to watch a movie, right? And then, so the good TV time. But today's dream, this is, all right, I wrote it down. It was Pam from The Office, right? So you guys know Pam, Jim's girl, right? Is it Jim's girl? Pam from The Office. She was the one. She was like the main character. And then I was like a scientist, like, and we were, here, what did I write down? Oh, yeah. It was like reverting back to the original self. Because, like, I had a dream. Dude, it was trippy. Pam. I had a dream that, like, I was looking at Pam. And then halfway through the dream, like, at the punchline right before I woke up, it switched. And then I saw her point of view. And then the whole point was, like, we were, like, stuck in, like, an ice age. Or so it was, like, me and Pam from The Office. I was a scientist. And I'm trying to, like, figure it out. We're trying to, like, fix this. And, like, things were, like, frozen. And I had, like, vials. And I was mixing shit. And we were, like, stranded. But then, like, I was looking at Pam, right? Pam from The Office. And she was supposed to be the other, like, world-renowned scientist who was going to cure this shit, right? And then I'm looking at her. But when I look at her, she looks like a crackhead. Like, she's tweaking. So, and she's like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no way, how's this bitch gonna save us, bro? Because we're like stuck on like this frozen thing, and she has like crazy Einstein hair. And this is my point of view looking at her. And she's like trying to mix all this shit. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. I'm like, this bitch. I'm like, really? But there's like prestige behind her. She's supposed to be this like, well, and I'm like, all right. And then it switches to the point of view. And then she's looking at me, and I look the exact same way. I look insane too. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then it switches back, and then I see her, and then all of a sudden, she looks like this like crazy scientist, like a real ass scientist, and like now Pam looking all fucking scientific, and then she like gets the vial, and then she has this case, and she's like, I did it. And then I'm looking at her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she was like a real big scientist. And then and then I woke up, and then we were saved. That was my dream. I get saved in all of them. You guys know that? Praise the Lord. That's why y'all need Jesus. You ain't know what the fuck I've done to my brain. Even my dreams, I'm getting saved every time. Even if I did nothing wrong, I get saved. If I did something wrong, I get saved. If I did nothing wrong, I still got saved. That's why I'm like saying we got saved. She figured it out, and then I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. And then we saved the world. Something, then I wake up. That's it. It's just world saving, wake up. No. Yeah. No, it's something about reverting. It was like this reverting back to original self in the point of view. I don't even know what it was, but very fun. That's why I wrote it down. That one was a good one. It was so weird. Pam from The Office, dude, I was tweaking. It felt much more intense during the dream, too. You had to be there. I got CNC in the bottom right. It needs to break out. I think 36 to 38. Yeah, 36 and then 38, you get the lot open door. Very, very good. So I had that. You guys want another one? You know what else I did this weekend? Fucking awesome weekend, bro. I took out my garage with the G-Wagon. Dude, I'm fucking backing out. And I do this with my girl's friend in the car too. I'm backing out, and then I'm about to drop them off, and then I gotta go somewhere, and I'm like, all right. I'm not even like I'm in a rush, but I'm like I'm chilling, dude. I have my fucking I have my garage opener in my hand. It was in the cup holder, and I'm backing out of the driveway, and I move the garage opener. I'm trying to put it in my little case where I keep it. And I accidentally hit the garage opener as I'm backing out. And then the G-Wagon's tall, the sensor's at the bottom, the garage comes down, and then, that thing. I knocked it off the track. I didn't like bust a hole in it. I always wanted to. Asked him. He knows about it. But other than that, I did fuck that shit up. So yeah. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever done that. First time I ever done that. The G-Wagon, he has a little dent in the top. You know, nothing a little hammer and suction cup. I gotta buff it out though. Definitely fucked up the paint a little bit. But generally unscathed. Praise the Lord. I know, bro. I just never thought I'd do that. Was I driving a silver Nissan Altima yesterday? No. Did you see my twin? Bro, you remember that kid who looked just like me? Remember? But other than that, it might have been him. I'm live!
So this is a big, big day, a beautiful day, potentially one of the great days ever in civilization. Things that have been going on for hundreds of years and thousands of years. We're at a minimum very, very close, and I think we're beyond very close. And I want to thank Bibi for really getting in there and doing a job. We've worked well together, as we have with many other countries, both of us, with many other countries, which is the only way this whole situation gets solved.
Bro, the Josh look is becoming popular
Gaza
now,
is one
bro.
thing, but we're talking about much beyond Gaza.
You got Benny Blanco. You got everything, bro.
Getting solved. It's called
You got
peace
first place
in the Middle East.
In the Del Mar Sandcastle competition?
So today is a historic day for
Dude,
peace. And Prime Minister
who are you?
Netanyahu and I have just concluded an important
Why do you have
meeting
these
on many vital
skills,
issues,
bro? You could build
including
sandcastles?
Iran, trade, the expansion of the Abraham Accords, and most importantly, we discussed how to end the war in Gaza, but it's just a part of the bigger picture, which is peace in the Middle East. And let's call it eternal peace in the Middle East.
Eternal peace.
So this is far more than anybody expected, but the level of support that I've had from the nations in the Middle East and surrounding Israel and neighbors of Israel.
And then, for the record,
incredible.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but I don't think Trump is the Antichrist. I think it's whoever comes after him. Okay, there you go. I don't know who needs to hear this.
Really liked, I must say.
With the setting, everything, but there you go. I'll just make it easy for y'all.
Total consideration and working with the nations that we're talking about. I'm
just saying, if you're looking at the plot and the timeline, I see your concern, but Honeywell.
I want to thank the leaders of many Arab and Muslim nations for their tremendous support in developing the proposal, along with many of our allies.
Something's going on with Honeywell.
Europe has been very much involved.
My thing is glitching out.
As called by many of the European leaders, most of them saying, "Is this true? Are you really doing peace in the Middle East? This is the most incredible thing we've heard." Some think it's the biggest thing they've ever heard. They called just to find out, was it just a rumor or is it actually done? And then they said, "Have you spoken to the Arab leaders? Have you spoken to
you see it?
All of the other leaders?"
Yeah, that's a real candle, but it came back up.
In this one.
I don't know what that is.
I also want to thank Prime Minister Netanyahu for agreeing to the plan and for trusting that if we work together, we can bring an end to the death and destruction that we've seen for so many years, decades, even centuries, and begin a new chapter of security, peace, and prosperity for the entire region. And I want to just say that my meetings and dialogue that we had with so many countries, Saudi Arabia as an example, the king is a phenomenal person.
You're a phenomenal person.
The Emir of Qatar, he's an incredible people. UAE, and that's MBZ and ABZ. We're totally involved. These are the people that we've been dealing with and who've been actually very much involved in this negotiation, giving us ideas, things they can live with, things they can't live with. Pretty complex. I mean, after 2,000, 3,000 years, whatever it is, I guess it's got to be a little complex, or it would have been done a long time ago. The King of Jordan was with us, as you know, in the United Nations.
Okay.
President of Turkey, President Erdogan, is a friend of mine, a strong man, but a good man. President of Indonesia, somebody who's an amazing leader. Prabowo, he is an amazing leader and respected by everybody. He was in the room with us. We were together with most of these people that I'm mentioning. Others were by phone or the next day. The Prime Minister and the Field Marshal of Pakistan, they were with us right from the beginning. Incredible. In fact, they just put out a statement that they fully believe in this pact. It just came out just as I was walking on. They said, "Sir, you have a big notice from the Prime Minister of Pakistan and from the Field Marshal that they back this 100%. President El-Sisi of Egypt, who's terrific. And these are people I've gotten to know over the years. I mean, I would say it started around 2015 and then went into 2016 when the presidency officially began. But I've known him actually for a long time, and there are many cases really great men. I can't say in all cases, but I will tell you in many cases they're great men and some great women too. They tend to be mostly men, however, I will say that. But if accepted by Hamas, this proposal calls for the release of all remaining hostages immediately, but in no case more than 72 hours. So the hostages are coming back, and I hate even saying this from the standpoint, doesn't sound right, but it is so important to the parents. The bodies of the young men, I believe in almost all cases, the young men are coming back immediately. I met with parents. The parents felt as strongly about getting the body of their dead boy back as they did as though the boy were alive and well. It's so important to them. And it means the immediate end to the war itself, not just Gaza. It's the war itself. Under the plan, Arab and Muslim countries have committed, and in writing in many cases, but I actually would take their word for it. The people I mentioned, I'd take their word for it, to demilitarize Gaza, and that's quickly. Decommission the military capabilities of Hamas and all other terror organizations. Do that immediately. And we're relying on the countries that I named and others to deal with Hamas. And I'm hearing that Hamas wants to get this done too, and that's a good thing. And destroy all terror infrastructure, including the tunnels, weapons of production facilities. They have a lot of production facilities that we're destroying. They'll also help train local police forces in the areas that we're discussing right now, in particular in and around Gaza, working with the new transitional authority in Gaza. All parties will agree on a timeline for Israeli forces to withdraw in phases. They'll be withdrawing in phases. No more shooting, hopefully, as progress is made toward achieving these goals. Arab and Muslim nations need to be allowed the chance to fulfill these commitments of dealing with Hamas. They have to deal with them because they were the one group that we have not dealt with. I haven't dealt with them. But the Arab countries are going to, and Muslim countries are going to be dealing with Hamas, and I believe they've already been there. I think they probably have an understanding, and they haven't maybe mentioned that, but I would imagine they do, otherwise they wouldn't have gone as far as they've gone. If they're unable to do so, then Israel would have the absolute right and actually our full backing, the U.S. full backing. Marco's here, and a lot of our leaders are here, our great Vice President, Susie Wiles, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. They've been so involved in this process. I don't think anybody else could have done it or even come close, but it's we're right there. We're right there. First time in thousands of years, I think you can probably say, if you really look into it, if you study back, if you're a scholar, you would say thousands of years. Israel would have my full backing to finish the job of destroying the threat of Hamas. But I hope that we're going to have a deal for peace. And if Hamas rejects the deal, which is always possible, they're the only one left. Everyone else has accepted it. But I have a feeling that we're going to have a positive answer. But if not, as you know, Bibi, you'd have our full backing to do what you would have to do. Everyone understands that the ultimate result must be the elimination of any danger posed in the region, and that danger is caused by Hamas. The tyranny of terror has to end, and this is, again, something that we're looking for. This is eternity. This is for forever. To ensure the success of this effort, my plan calls for the creation of a new international oversight body, the Board of Peace, we call it, the Board of Peace, sort of a beautiful name, the Board of Peace, which will be headed, not at my request, believe me, I'm very busy, but we have to make sure this works. The leaders of the Arab world and Israel and everybody involved asked me to do this, so it would be headed by a gentleman known as President Donald J. Trump of the United States. That's what I want, is some extra work to do, but it's so important that I'm willing to do it, and we'll do it right, and we're going to put leaders from other countries on, and leaders that are very distinguished leaders, and we'll have a board, and one of the people that wants to be on the board is the UK former Prime Minister, Tony Blair, good man, very good man, and some others, and they'll be named over the next few days, and it'll be quite the board. Working, everybody wants to be on it now. I don't know if that had anything to do. They named me and everybody else wanted to be on it. I guess they figure, well, he's a soft touch. He'll be easy to deal with. working with the World Bank and others, it will be responsible for recruiting and training a new government that will be made up of Palestinians along with highly qualified experts from all around the world. Hamas and other terrorist factions will play no role in the board, but they'll play no role in the governance of Gaza at all, directly or indirectly. As you know, thousands of Hamas leaders have been killed and soldiers have been killed. And we can never forget October 7th, but thousands have paid the price for that. And now it's time to get our hostages back and get back to trying to build something that's really great and very important. In our meeting today, Prime Minister Netanyahu was very clear about his opposition to a Palestinian state. And he continuously mentions October 7th, and I understand that. Most people do. And I understand and respect his position on many things, but what he's doing today is so good for Israel. I noticed that they have large crowds gathering in Israel all the time, and they have my name up. They like me for whatever reason, Bibi, I don't know, but they do like me. But they say two things: please get the hostages back and please end the war. They've had it. It's had it. So I think it's a very popular thing you do, because he's a warrior. He doesn't know about getting back to a normal way of life, but he is a warrior, and Israel's lucky to have him. But now the people want to get back to peace. They want to get back to normalization in a true sense. Several countries have foolishly recognized the Palestinian state. As you know, some of our European friends, allies, good people, but they're really, I think, doing that because they're very tired of what's going on for so many decades. They've been presidents and prime ministers for years, and during this time, having to do with the Middle East, all they're doing is talking about the same thing over and over. They want to see it get back. And nobody wants that more than me, or I believe Bibi too. But the people of Israel want it. They really want it. They want the hostages back. That includes the probably 32 bodies that we're talking about, 20 people that are living, 32 or so people that are dead, and they want to have peace. So let us not forget how we got here. Hamas was elected by the Palestinian people. Israel withdrew from Gaza thinking they would live in peace. Remember that a long time ago? They withdrew. They said, you take it. This is our contribution to peace. But that didn't work out. That didn't work out. It was the opposite of peace. They pulled away. They let them have it. And I never forgot that, because I said, that doesn't sound like a good deal to me. As a real estate person, I mean, they gave up the ocean, right? Ron, they gave up the ocean. They said, who would do this deal? And it still didn't work out. They were very generous, actually. And they gave up the most magnificent piece of land in many ways in the Middle East. And they said, all we want to do now is have peace. And that request was not honored. Instead of building a better life for the Palestinians, Hamas diverted resources to build over 400 miles of tunnels and terror infrastructure, rocket production facilities, and hid their military command posts and launch sites in hospitals, schools, and mosques. So if you went after them, you'd be after them, and you wouldn't even realize you ended up knocking out a hospital or school or a mosque. That terrible thing, terrible way to have to fight. No fight is good, but that's a real bad one. So there are many Palestinians who wish to live in peace. Many. I've seen so many of them. And they have support. And I challenge the Palestinians to take responsibility for their destiny, because that's what we're giving them. We're giving them responsibility for their destiny, fully condemn and prohibit terrorism and earn their way to a brighter future. They don't want the life that they've had. They've had a rough life with Hamas. If the Palestinian Authority does not complete the reforms that I laid out in my vision for peace in 2020, they'll have only themselves to blame. We're giving them an amazing footprint, and they have amazing support from the leaders of the Arab world and the Muslim world, the great leaders. These are great leaders. These are unbelievable leaders that have built great countries and very wealthy countries. What the future holds for the Palestinians, no one really knows, but the plan that we put forward today is focused on ending the war immediately, getting all of our hostages back, getting everything back. Hard to believe when you even say it, and creating conditions for durable Israeli security and Palestinian success. Israeli security is going to be involved. We're going to help you. We'll be there with you in terms of helping with security. We want to make sure it works. We just want to make sure it works. There shouldn't be a shot fired. Now, there will be, I guess, because that's the way it seems to be, but there shouldn't have to be within a few days. There shouldn't have to be a shot fired. And maybe for eternity. Wouldn't that be nice? I hope it's true. I can tell you the leadership of that region feels that there's a good chance of it being true. So this will lead to this agreement that we're talking about will lead to a sustainable long-term peace. No president in history has been a greater friend of the state of Israel than I have, in addition to negotiating the Abraham Accords. I like to say it that way because the real people, that's what they call Abraham. I would say Abraham, but it's so much nicer when you say Abraham. So much more elegant. But the Abraham Accords, they're amazing. Jared, you did that along with your group of geniuses, and nobody thought that could be done. We have 4 countries, and Sleepy Joe Biden didn't do a thing. He didn't even know what the hell they were. He should have had them filled up. But I think this will also lead to packing them. And who knows, maybe even Iran can get in there. I hope, we hope we're going to be able to get along with Iran. I think they're going to be open to it. I really believe that. But they could be a member. I long ago said, I'll bet you at some point Iran will be a member of the Accords. And little did I realize it was going to take this turn. That was some turn we did with the B-2s. But I think they might very well be there because it's a great thing for them economically. I recognize the eternal capital of Israel. I opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. That was something that everyone said would never be done, could never be done. Virtually every president for many, many years, for decades, would campaign on making Jerusalem the capital of Israel. They campaigned on it over and over. Is that right, Steve? Is that right? Everyone, and when they got to it, and I understand why now, because it was so, when I got to office, I campaigned on it too. I said, we're going to make it, and then I'd get calls from the leaders of various countries saying, please don't do it, please don't do it. It'll end the whole world, please don't do it. And finally, I just didn't say anything, and I did it. People were calling me before I did it because they heard I was going to do it, and leaders of countries were calling me, and I think it was on a Thursday that I did it, and they'd call me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3-4 times a day, and I said, tell them I'll call them back on Friday. And I announced it on Thursday, and I called them back, the biggest people in the world, and they said, you've done it. I said, done what? You've made the capital of Israel, Jerusalem, and we wanted to talk yet. I wish you called me a little sooner. Maybe I could have done something about it. So that was a lot easier than getting into an argument because I knew what they were calling about. And you know what? It turned out to be amazing. Everybody thought it was going to lead to the end of the world, right? The end of the world, Ron, that's what they said. It didn't lead to anything. It just led to something that I promised and something that was very, very popular for Jewish people and a lot of other people, too.
So he does read the Bible.
I recognize Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights, and I cut taxpayer funding to the corrupt United Nations.
They said it's the end of the world.
And Works Agency and United Nations was interesting because, as you know, a few days ago, they introduced me. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, I'm looking at my teleprompter, and the thing was dead, stone cold, dead. The thing's up here. I have a long, beautiful speech to make. I'm back 30 feet back, and I'm saying, they're introducing me. There's nothing on my teleprompter. So
yeah, vastly 2.5%. Looks like something.
Think Biden could have done that? I don't think so. I don't think he could have done that. I don't think too many people could have done it. But actually, it was actually more of a speech from my heart, if you want to know the truth. I think it was it was maybe better in certain ways because it was from the heart.
I don't see anything
It has
yet.
to be from the
And
heart,
then
otherwise you're in big
XPAB.
trouble.
More China names.
But I cut
But Fastly,
taxpayer
3%, one
payer
candle.
funding for that very corrupt United Nations Relief and Works Agency, and nobody thought that would be done, and withdrew from the horrible Iran nuclear deal that was imposed upon Israel by Barack Hussein Obama and Biden. And I don't think Biden knew anything about it, though. I don't think he knows anything about it now, actually, if you ask him. He'd say, what is that? And we obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity, making it impossible for them to have a nuclear weapon, which they would
Wheat
have had
stocks,
probably
too.
in about 2 months from that. But I've never asked Israel to compromise its security, but we had big, strong talk. Nobody's been better to Israel. No president's been better to Israel than Donald Trump. But we had a long, strong talk, Bibi and I, and he understands it's
Coin that I'm
time.
banging
It's
around.
time. History has shown.
You don't know
and
it,
the
bro.
people
You've
of
been here
Israel
for
want
like
it.
4 years. You don't know?
And the people of the Middle East want it.
We
The
showed it
people of
last week, I swear.
Enemies of Israel want it, but they don't have really too many enemies right now. And you know what? Many countries have gained great respect
Silver
for
Eagle.
Israel, for the way they fight, for the job they do, including me. I had respect anyway, but they gained respect. History has shown us that those who have relations with Israel have thrived, while those who have devoted resources and attention toward the destruction and even annihilation of Israel have languished. They haven't done well.
Hey, yo, did the music just
Israel's
switch?
not going anywhere. They're going to coexist with other people and countries.
The BTUs
in the
keeps
region,
going. We should have
from
grabbed those in
Syria
the
to
morning. If you
Lebanon to
did on
Saudi
the first
Arabia,
headline in
the
that
promise
30 minutes,
of
that
a
was a
new Middle
banger.
East is so
It
clearly
lagged. You
within
could have
our
played
reach.
it
This is
later in the
closest
day and
we've
also
ever
hit
come
it.
to real peace, not
But
fake
now it's
peace,
just
not
melting.
political.
That's how you do
fool's
it. So the
peace.
plays that melt up all day,
And
you
we
either
this
get them
difficult
early in the
problem
morning or
solved,
like,
the opportunities for all
what time
within
is it
that
now? 2:50?
vast region of this world.
Like
It's a
right
vast
on
region.
the high after
It's
like
unlimited.
2 o'clock. That's where they pop
The
again too.
Abraham Accords show that all
Abraham.
countries are better off when they communicate and work together and embrace new opportunities. I hope Jared and Steve and Susie and Marco and JD, we have great people. I hope you guys are going to work very hard to get these other countries in, because now they have no excuse. There's no longer an excuse. They were somewhere hesitant. And I tell you, the 4 countries that went in, I give them tremendous credit, and it's worked out incredibly well for them. In the same spirit, I'm pleased to report that earlier today, we took another important step toward greater understanding in the region. A short time ago, we had a historic phone call in the Oval Office with Prime Minister Tani, who's really a great, great person. So we had a great talk, and I was on the phone, and Bibi was talking. Prime Minister Al Thani was of Qatar. They really had a heart-to-heart conversation. It was a great conversation, I thought. It was productive. It was everything that you need to have something turn out to be successful. And I want to thank Bibi, and I want to thank the Prime Minister. It was fantastic. We agreed to launch a formal trilateral mechanism between Israel, Qatar, and the United States to begin a dialogue to enhance mutual security, correct misperceptions, and avoid future misgivings. And I want to thank Qatar, its leadership, and the Emir. He's a fantastic person. I think, I'm going to be his public relations man because I know him differently than a lot of people know him. But he wants peace. He wants to see peace. And his people, and they really acknowledge the critical role that they've played as mediator. And again, we're not quite finished. We have to get Hamas, but I think they're going to be able to do that. So now it's time for Hamas to accept the terms of the plan that we've put forward today. And again, this is a different Hamas than we were dealing with because I guess over 20,000 have been killed. Their leadership has been killed 3 times over. So you're really dealing with different people than we've been dealing with over the last 4 years, 5 years. Everyone has done their part and come to the table in good faith. Our Arab and Muslim partners are fully prepared to step up and fulfill their commitments for the benefit of the people of Gaza and the entire region. They're willing to step up and do a lot. They really are. There are a lot of good people involved. Everybody who wants to see an end to the violence and destruction should be united in calling for Hamas to accept the extremely fair proposal so that we can end the war and get us back our hostages right now and have everlasting peace. And I look forward to having relationships with everyone. As the chairman of the board, I'll be involved, and we'll have meetings with some very smart people that'll be working over there to make sure that we haven't just been wasting time with an agreement that doesn't get done. The task of building peace will not be easy. There are some of the hardest problems in the world to solve, and that's why it's been going on for so many centuries. But too many lives are at stake not to try, and this was more than a try. I mean, I think this is something that gets done when you have virtually every country, and these are powerful countries that have a lot of money, and the money can make things happen. A lot of countries try and they don't have any money. These are very rich countries that can make things happen. So together we'll forge a much safer and more hopeful future for everybody, including Israel. And I want to thank Prime Minister Netanyahu for his partnership, and I want to thank all of the leaders, the kings and the emirs and the presidents and prime ministers, people I mentioned. And they've been absolutely fantastic to work with, and it's just happened very quickly. It's happened from a couple of weeks before I had a couple of meetings, but a couple of weeks before we went to the United Nations, and we had some incredible meetings. It all came to place. It all took place, and everybody wanted to be a part of it. I don't have anybody that's saying we don't want anything to do with it. It's just the opposite. And I'll tell you, a couple of years ago, a year ago, I don't think we would have had this kind of participation, Mr. VP, right? I don't think we would have had. It's been amazing. The participation was 100%. Everybody wants to be a part of it. And everybody, those very strong countries, everybody wants it to work. So, Bibi, congratulations on this. I think this will be your crowning achievement, frankly. If this all works out, we think it will. It's going to be your crowning achievement. And I want to thank you very much for being here. Thank you, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. President, first I want to thank you for graciously hosting me once again in the White House. And second, I want to thank you for your friendship and for your leadership. From Jerusalem to Tehran, from the Golan Heights to Gaza, you've proven time and again what I've said many times. You are the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House. And Mr. President, you and I both know it's not even close. While you focus at home on making America great again, your leadership abroad is changing the world for the better, ending wars and advancing peace. I believe that today we're taking a critical step towards both ending the war in Gaza and setting the stage for dramatically advancing peace in the Middle East. And I think beyond the Middle East, in very important Muslim countries. I support your plan to end the war in Gaza, which achieves our war aims. It will bring back to Israel all our hostages, dismantle Hamas's military capabilities, end its political rule, and ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel. We would not have achieved this turning point without the courage and sacrifice of our incredibly brave soldiers. They fight like lions to defend the people of Israel, and they serve on the front line in the war between civilization and barbarism. Mr. President, when our two countries stand shoulder to shoulder, we achieve the impossible. Just a few months ago, in Operation Rising Lion and Operation Midnight Hammer, we struck a decisive blow against Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile program. Your bold decision to send those B-2s made the region safer and the world safer. Now, under your leadership, we're taking the next step to win the war and expand the peace. Your plan is consistent with the 5 principles my government set for the end of the war and the day after Hamas. Everybody asks, what is your plan for the day after Hamas? Here's our plan. Passed it in the cabinet. All our hostages, both those who are alive and those who died, all of them will return home immediately. Hamas will be disarmed. Gaza will be demilitarized.
I know, the Chad said it.
Israel
Homeboy in the
will
Chad
retain
said it. I'm like, what? And I
responsibility,
Googled it.
including a
And I
security
was like, low key,
perimeter
it's pretty spot
for the
on.
foreseeable future.
He sounds like a lot of people. I
And
mean, I
lastly,
don't know. We've heard
Gaza
Netanyahu
will
for
have
a
a
very
peaceful
long time.
civilian administration
But some of you just started
that
paying
is run
attention.
neither by Hamas nor by the
yeah,
Palestinian Authority.
I see it.
If Hamas agrees to
Call
your
it.
plan, Mr. President,
Call it.
the first step will be a
Heads or
modest
tails?
withdrawal,
Call it.
followed by the release of all
You
our
feel lucky.
hostages within 72 hours.
Shove it into
The next step will be the establishment of an international body charged with fully disarming Hamas and demilitarizing Gaza. I appreciate your willingness to lead the body, Mr. President. I really appreciate it because you have a lot of things to do, and this is important. And it reflects the confidence that this will give everyone, that things will be followed up on all the commitments made. The fact that you're taking this on, I think helps a lot to make sure that everything flows in the direction that we want. Now, if this international body succeeds,
What's the most
we will have permanently ended the war. Israel will conduct further withdrawals linked to the extent of
Exercises.
disarmament and demilitarization, but will remain in the security perimeter for the foreseeable future.
So you
I think you
realize,
understand that we're
you
giving
realize
everybody
my sister is
chance
losing her shit right now. You know that?
to have this done peacefully. Something
Netanyahu,
that
my
will
sister
achieve
don't want
all
to
our war
invest because of
objectives
you, Benjamin.
without any
What do
further
I do,
bloodshed.
Benjamin? What should I tell my
But
sister,
if Hamas
Benjamin?
rejects your plan, Mr. President,
Usually I'm the one
Or if
answering
they
the questions, Benjamin.
supposedly accepted
You know
and
that?
then,
That's why. You know my sister would lose her shit
then,
to this right now.
basically do
I don't
everything
know.
to
I don't
accommodate.
hang out with my sister like that. But
then Israel will
I'm
finish the
based
job.
off of what she sent me. I'm
by
assuming
itself.
this is the problem. CRML,
This can be done the easy
critical
way,
minerals. What the fuck is this?
or it can be done the hard way.
Check
But it will be
CRML.
done. We prefer the easy way, but it
Oh,
has
yeah,
to
they
be
want to
done.
flip the coin.
All these goals must be
God.
achieved because we didn't fight
We'll achieve them.
this horrible
Critical
fight,
minerals amends
sacrifice
to
the
acquire
finest of our young
a
men,
controlling interest
to have
in
Hamas
Tan
stay
Breeze.
in Gaza and
That was a
threaten us
12 for
again
one.
and again and again with these
Under the
horrific
term, they have the
massacres.
right to increase ownership in Tan Breeze from
President, I was
42 to
encouraged
92%.
by your clear statement at the UN against the recognition of a Palestinian
What? The
state.
amended agreement revises
That would be an
the
outcome
firm
that, after October
issued a
7th,
Rimbaud,
would reward terrorism
which implies
Undermine
$8
security.
per share.
and endanger Israel's very existence.
So there's something.
As
They
for the
did a
Palestinian
deal
Authority,
with a mine
I
and an
appreciate your
increase
firm
in
position
stake.
that
But
the
then
PA
there's
can
somebody,
have
something
no
says
role
somebody has
whatsoever in
something to
Gaza
be issued at
without
$8 per
undergoing
share.
a radical and genuine transformation. In your 2020 peace plan, which you mentioned just now, you made clear what that transformation requires. It's not lip service. It's not checking a box. It's a fundamental,
Estee
genuine, and
Lauder a little bit
enduring
of volume, and it's
transformation.
Power Hour.
And that means ending pay to slay, changing the poisonous textbooks that teach hatred to Jews, to Palestinian children, stopping incitement in the media, ending lawfare against Israel at the ICC, the ICJ, recognizing the Jewish state, and many, many other reforms. It won't come as a surprise to you that the
I
vast
think they
majority
did.
of
It's something
Israelis
about it issuing
have
somebody
no
like
faith
increase
that
the
the PA
stake.
Leopard
I don't
will
know
change
this
its
company
spots.
or who it is. But it
But
says there's
rather
another
than wait for
firm
this miraculous
under
transformation,
the original for its increase
your
was
plan
unspecified
provides
for
a
critical
practical and
minerals.
realistic path
The amended
forward
agreement
for
revises the
Gaza in
original
the coming
agreement to
years,
provide a firm a
in
number of
which
shares,
Gaza will be
14 million,
administered
to
neither
Rimbaud
by
at
Hamas nor the
$8 a
Palestinian
share.
Authority, but by those
We
committed
have one more dollar left.
to a genuine peace
luck.
with Israel. I think this can be not only a new beginning for Gaza.
I'm just
I
reading
think
it
it
like
can
I'm Ron
be a new
Burgundy.
beginning.
I mean, I
for the
have some
entire
business
region.
background to understand
Under your
what
leadership,
that
we
implies,
can
but everything
re-energize.
else, I don't know. I'm just
I've got to
reading.
contribute my own. We can re-energize the Abraham Accords.
Abraham.
That's what it's called in the original Hebrew. Abraham. Abraham is fine. Abraham, however you want to call it. Under your leadership,
I like
Mr. President, we can
Abraham.
Re-energize.
That's fun to say.
Abraham Accords.
Abraham,
we urged
who
5
doesn't
years
like
ago.
ham. Oh,
We can
I know.
expand
Wait,
to
never
many
mind.
more Arab and
Never
Muslim
mind.
nations
Bad too soon?
that choose
Okay, gotta
moderation
go.
over extremism. I think there's an opportunity here. It's not going to be easy. It's tough going, but I think if we succeed, you're absolutely right. We're going to open possibilities that nobody even dreamed of. But I think we dream of them. As you've told me, Mr. President, and you've told the world many, many times, you said, remember October 7th. Remember October 7th. And we do. We will never forget the horrors of October 7th, and we will do whatever is necessary to make sure they don't happen again. Since October 7th, Israel's enemies have learned a hard truth. Those who attack us pay a heavy price, but those who partner with us advance progress and security for their peoples. President Trump just said it. It's also in the Bible. It says, those who will bless you will be blessed.
Oh,
and
no.
those who will curse you will be cursed.
Okay,
That's
I
actually
mean,
what is happening.
I don't know that this.
We want
And
the
it
blessing.
says slaughter your enemy.
We've done a lot. in
John
the last 2 years to
3:16.
end the curse.
Slaughter them
Finished,
with force.
and we've done a lot together to end the curse.
Donald, read
I
it.
want to thank your entire team for their efforts to get to this point.
I don't know.
I especially want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for their
It's a
indefatigable
different, you know,
work
there's many
to bring
translations.
Israel and Arab states in the region closer together.
Y'all gotta read
I'm deeply grateful
the
to both of them for their
NLT,
work. We had a phone
ESV,
call
you know,
today
King James, but I don't. There's a
I said to
Yahoo translation out
the,
there too, but I don't know, man.
Sorry,
That's
the
all
Prime
you.
Minister of Qatar.
All right, bro. I don't know.
Israel
Last
was
time,
targeting
but that quote was a
terrorists.
little more
Targeting
accurate than
Qatar.
last time.
And of
The
course, we
first time
regret
I heard him
also
quote it, bro, I said, "What?"
Qatari citizen wasn't our target. And I very much appreciate President Trump's proposal to have a trilateral body, the United States, Israel, and Qatar, to work out respective grievances. There are quite a few. But if we could try to mitigate them or put it on a different footing, I think that would be good for
Google
everyone.
kind of flushing. It's just
Above
printing the
all,
low ticker, but down
all the
1%.
people, fine
Could
team,
get dramatic, but
many
not
helpers
yet.
who've
I mean,
done
it's
this.
still beginning of power
I
hour
want to
near
thank
the
you,
law.
Mr. President. History has already shown that under your leadership, Israel and America can change the face of the Middle East. And today I'm hopeful that your plan to end the war in Gaza will do so again and do so soon. It will free our hostages, end Hamas's tyranny in Gaza, and enable a more secure and prosperous future for the peoples of our region. Thank you, Mr. President. May God bless America. May God bless Israel. May God bless the indispensable alliance between our countries. And may I add in Hebrew, G'mal Chatima Tova, may we all be inscribed in the book of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bibi. So I think while we wait for these documents to be signed and get everybody in line, I think it maybe
Google
is
just
not
started
really
dropping, no headline.
appropriate to take questions. I'm meeting with, as you know, a couple of Democrats in a little while about the country, about keeping our country open. They're going to have to do some things because their ideas are not very good ones. They're very bad for our country. So we'll see how that works out. But this is something that was really historic today. This was something that was amazing. I think, Bibi, I mean, depending on you, I think while we're waiting for signatures and waiting for approvals from a lot of different countries that are involved in this, we probably
coming down
shouldn't
to
take
the
questions,
low.
or would you like to take a question
52
or two
minutes
from
remaining.
perhaps a friendly Israeli reporter, if there's such a thing?
That's a very, very tough proposition. But I would think, Mr. President, that I would go by your instinct that this is, we'll have enough time for questions. Let's settle the issue first, I think.
Wow. That's wow.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys just realized what you just saw? Trump is like, you want to take questions? He's like, let us go to the after when it's better time. Donald, you need to get rid of that reporter. Thank you. Donald, they show you no respect, Donald. Yeah, that was whack. That's why they like Joe. Oh, wow, no. They pulled a Joe, bro. That was a Joe. Yeah, okay. What you want to do? You're a question or no question? Okay. Spy did not like that. Spy all day. He spent all day to give up the gap up. But we had nothing over the weekend. That's why it was kind of interesting how it all played out. Genmab. Chattadonia. It's Power Hour. Rapparoony. I hope you finalize it. You get job openings tomorrow. Remember, there is going to be data this week, jobs data. So you'll actually get some stuff. But other than that, I mean, a couple of the bubble areas, some names melted up all day. They either, the premiums ran right off the morning, or they like just made their move now if it's still up. Other than that, just the gold, silver, China, they were up from the morning, but they didn't really make any like insane intraday moves. I think that Etsy and Shopify play was probably would have been the best one. And BTU. Oh damn, you could have even played Etsy late and it still would have worked. So GG's if you did. Oh man. On Oscar? I don't know. A couple health names popped here at the end of the day. Or even in general. What was it? CNC? Yeah, I think they look almost the same. And I want to say Humana. No, is it Yunch? No. I think the smaller ones. Jobs data will come out bad. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Remember, the trend so far has been lower, but last time Powell went up out there, he didn't seem as scared. I mean, I don't know if you guys recall, but the vibe from the last jobs report was kind of scary. I mean, it was 2 prints in a row that were generally weaker, but then Powell just didn't sound scared. He did say it's going to get lower, and he talked about the weird supply-demand dynamics, but just, labor was already weakening. But it was, and we were worried up until Powell kind of wasn't worried, and then that's what kind of played with the bonds and some of the other ideas. So we'll see, but I think it's going to be, the next this jobs report tomorrow or Friday, and then pretty much, the next 2 for the end of the year. If they keep this trend up of weakening, then yeah, I mean, I think that full picture together paints a different story. But if they start to rebound some way, some shape, some form, or it levels at a lower level, but it doesn't like plummet, then I don't think we'll worry too much. But we'll see. They said they're going to do the jobs report if the government shuts down, but there is the possibility that it doesn't come out if the government is shut down. But they said they're going to commit to it. Do I think it's worth it to get a real estate license and save on the commission, given the high housing price? Yeah, I mean, or I always think it's a good idea to dictate your future based on the environment, so then you change your plan every time. So what do you want to do? If you're going to be doing real estate for like your life, I mean, it's good to have a license. If you're going to probably plan on buying one or more houses, it's good to have. Or if, you come in contact with houses a lot and you don't really have a way to monetize it or flip it, that could be something for you. But yeah, just all depending on what do you plan to do with real estate? But if you are going to be active, I mean, house prices may be high, they may be lower, but think about your rest of your life. If you think you're going to be buying 1 or 2 houses by the time you die, I mean, that's some commission you could save if that's your goal. Or if you're trying to monetize it, make money in a different way, then that would change that logic. Oh, the employees that resigned will start coming off the payroll. Yeah. Well, that's for the numbers, but remember when people were worried about, Elon and Doge and the firing? That's those are just numbers. That was the excess. I think the worry right now that some people are noticing is that just labor in a lot of other industries is kind of starting to weaken. Now, again, Powell acknowledged it, but didn't seem worried. But we're talking beyond just the government fluff, right? The government fluff might hit the numbers a little bit, and it should have an effect. But what about the tech jobs, the AI? Now, what about immigration jobs that are lost, not getting replaced? What about service jobs, consumer, warehouses? It's certain things like that. And then manufacturing especially too, because there is a lot of government investment that's been going around there. So if we get those jobs going down, that's where I think people, a couple months in a row of everything culminating with the government layoffs, then, the labor market gets weaker, a lot weaker. But if it holds up and you just lose if you just lose the government people and then everything else is relatively the same, I think that's actually that'll level the numbers out, but I don't think that'd be a bad effect. But we'll see. And you're going to the low, man. We got 45 minutes left. Is that your biggest run of the day? Oh, it's only Monday. Italy set to forecast budget deficit 3%. Yeah, equal weight, barely green. SPY's about to go negative. Dow still got a quarter. Russell and Dow is only 0.1%, so not too bad. ASTS, space stocks on the low. CART, Qubit. Who's it? CART, Qubit, A-Lab. Flusher-Rooney. Chatty-Dooney. Transaction in own shares, Total Energies. Raul. Man, today's Monday, right? No holiday. I wish it was Tuesday, so I could ball. Ball is life, son. And then Chad, don't we get Battlefield in a week? Praise God. Isn't that nice? You get so much opportunity to enjoy. SQ's on the high. Yeah, bonds stopped moving, but bonds did good today. So, I mean, you got cushion, man. And remember, just now until... look at how we're still up. You gapped up and then you're here. So, yeah, I think you're even doing a little better. So depending on the news and how people position, and then keep in mind end of the month dynamics. We'll see how this all plays out. And then tomorrow, Jolts will give you more of the credibility data vibe, and then we'll go from there. And then we'll see what other headlines or policies. There's a lot of foreign data, a lot of CPIs globally. So there is a lot of data overseas. And then Etsy, bro, even if you took the late one. Woo! I thought the window closed. Usually it is, so that one is one. Even if it didn't have it optimal, it actually worked. That's 2 points. That was a pretty big drop. 1.6 like 1 point. I'm in the car. NNE on the LOM. Dude, I feel like you had an Okla upgrade. NNE, when that goes crazy, it does. PG on the high. That one, I mean, that's the lowest it's been in the quarter, man. So we talked about this one too at the beginning of the year. I don't think it's optimal yet, but yeah, Quantum's been dying all day. You just had more lows. You even got qubits on the low right there. But speaking of the long term and not getting clapped, yeah, Procter Gamble. That's one. It's not the best value, not the worst. At least it's down on the year. I mean, last time we had Procter Gamble, what was it, Tim? Was it at 140? What price do you have it at, Tim? Because I remember Tim picked it up last time we had it eyed, but it was a little bit lower like a year or two ago. But PG, I like. I think it was like 140. So if that ever came down, I mean, I like, and that's a quality name. You will take the risk of the downside, but there is some. It's a good name. I have a lot of toothpaste from them. I'm a big fan. If that ever went down 50%, I'd be happy, but it shouldn't go down 50%. Unless there's a global pandemic. Let's see. The long term. PG yields 2.7. Yeah, it's not bad. That's why it's like, I think you're still paying a little bit of a premium, but that's a really good name. That's why I like when you're at 146. Yeah, I love that price. That was the last time we talked about it. It was, remember I think, what year did you buy it? Was it end of 23 or end of 24? I want to say here, 146. I think it was end of 2023, which, see, it's 2 years ago if you really think about it. You know, September, October 2023. But yeah, that was the last time it was down. It did go down in 2022 to 125, but like, it's pretty stable. Not too much premium. It's not going to go up too much, but it shouldn't go down too much. But that's a high quality name. I'm a big fan of Procter Gamble. That's something you just all know and use. But I don't know much about its financials, believe it or not. I know more about their, what's it called? Just their products and all that, but they're usually stable. I would a company like that with like a low yield is, you know, I don't think it's really mainly for a dividend stock, but that cash flow should probably be very, very stable. And some growth too. Yeah, Rigetti is getting murked. All of them are. From the long term. Work day on the high. 40 highs. Hold on, I want to see the long term. Rigetti, Citron short. Fox Business. Oh, nice. He's shorting crypto or shorting quantum. You know, most of them, I know Martin Shkreli's been going on a tear with, like, what was the other one? Was it one of them? IonQ, I think. But, like, I didn't realize, like, a lot of them get their money from grants. It's actually kind of ridiculous. So, like, a lot of these, like, quantum plays, beyond, like, random NVIDIA shit, they're just getting money from, like, government or university grants. Very odd that they, how they've parlayed it into a publicly traded money-making machine that doesn't make money. So it's weird. All depends how you look at it. Woo! So long term, what do we got? Only thing, I think Tap did good today. Sweet Greens is the only one I think down of the new purchases. So we got a little baby move on Chipotle. Not enough to make a song yet. Sorry, guys. Tap, yeah, not enough to make a song. And then Intel just took it home. But Intel chilled out today. Not as crazy. Wheat stock still on the high. I saw the debate. I wouldn't watch that debate. I don't have time for that shit. You think I need to watch a 30-minute debate to get to the conclusion of this? So no, but I saw what I read the words behind it. I read what, and I picked the pieces in between. I definitely think Martin Shkreli is probably smarter than those people. But then again, like, a lot of idiots get money, especially if it comes from a university. So it's a very interesting dynamic. But I do, again, I think Martin Shkreli is like shady in some ways, but I do think other areas he's pretty smart. But I think he understands quantum a little bit more than most people. We even had a talk on it back in, not too long ago. But like, I don't know what people think quantum is, but it's different. I mean, it's not gonna do all of these things that people are expecting, and like, obviously it'll open us up to like certain risks, but it's just a process. And like, quantum computing, when we get there, I think with AI it's gonna be great, but it's also not gonna necessarily be like a necessity. Just like, and then there's something beyond it too. Just like that's a whole other topic, but just like I've told you guys with like energy, and even beyond nuclear, the same could be applied for quantum. But you need nuclear to get any sort of development in AGI, but you don't necessarily need quantum. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now. But again, most people think quantum's like a supercomputer, just like being able to like zone in on segments a little bit more. Like, in a weird way, like, again, like, I'm even telling you, like, if you just need to know where to look, that's what quantum is. Quantum just makes things better and easier to look. Just how we've talked about like compiling versus thinking, that's the same thing that you have to apply to quantum. Quantum's going to help you. It's going to know how to look and organize processes way different than a computer does. Right now, computer goes file, search. Imagine if your computer knew how to think, to know how to infer and guess, and then locate and come up with problems and solutions. That's what quantum is. That's it. Quantum, that's why people are worried about it hacking things, because quantum it's not like quantum makes it where it could unlock everything, but quantum is going to be able to put the patterns together to say, instead of finding the needle in the haystack, it's going to know which haystack the needle is in. And then you still have to hunt in that haystack. And then it turns into then it's just a normal computer. Then mixed in with, again, it's like thinking and cognitive. That's why you guys need AGI. That's why AGI is the kicker. That's why I keep telling you guys, especially with quantum, because that's where, once you know where to look, and then once you could have these computers using thinking and cognition, like something cognitive, to be able to like start assuming and solving problems, now we're talking. Now we're in business of like crazy shit. That's why someone even asked me what I was excited about that, because that's, your computer will think. That's quantum. But it's not like, do you get what I'm saying? It's not like it's not Jesus in a computer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think quantum, like, you click a button, it's this crazy super computer. No, it's just like, it is, but it isn't. It's just knowing how to think. It's good, like I'm saying, it knows how to infer and spot out areas to begin tasks and complete them, rather than being coded, instructed, and going line by line. Again, you tell your computer, find this thing, it goes either where you tell it to go, or it goes file by file to find it. Go scan your whole hard drive, your computer will go through all of it, depending on what you're looking for. But quantum will just find the area and then say, no, look here, this is where it's at. And it's able to guess and have that idea, or by using, thinking in multiple processes at once, guessing, all that. Now, just imagine if your computer could make guesses. That's quantum. Your computer right now doesn't guess. It follows code, it follows instruction, that's it. But imagine if your computer could guess to a degree, an educated guess that was closer to your thinking of a high schooler or higher, rather than guessing like a child. So pretty cool, right? But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, it's not what you think it is, and not everybody really understands that right now. It's especially with all these little pumping up scams, hyping people up on the future. Well, we'll see who ends up doing it. I mean, I'm not investing in quantum now because, and I called out the bubble from the beginning. You guys know that, right? I hope not. I hope so. But I never get credit for it, and then usually you guys blame me if it goes sideways. But I remember I made that video in December of 2024. At the beginning of this year, we just said quantum is going to go fucking insane. I said it's just going to be one of those hype waves. But I'm not like long. Again, we flipped all those plays. We were trading them very, very low. But I don't like it for the long term because, like, if you really think you're going to, I don't think you're going to miss the next fucking social media. I don't think it's going to be the next wave of meta. They're up now and they're going crazy, but it is, I mean, you guys have been here before. This is off of a lot of hype. But I think the real breakthrough in quantum, you'll know it when you see it. No, I don't think you have to guess. You'll know it. It'll be right in front of you. Just like every other majorly successful name, nothing we have has made us a lot. Did we have to guess about what was big? You know, we bought Meta was already billions of users when we bought it. Netflix, JPM was the biggest bank. I mean, just go down again. Intel, you knew about it. Even then, you knew 2 weeks before the government when they were about to do it. So those are the things that like I would be thinking about. I'll Google again. No, it's not going to be, I'm not worried about your wallet disappearing and all that. Like I'm saying, there will be a company or somebody who gets progress, and it will be right in front of you. You'll see it active. Again, even OpenAI and AI stuff, you were seeing a lot of it. OpenAI to release new vision of Sora. Speak of the devil. PG, bro. And the video would be the quantum leader. Well, like I just explained, I mean, we got to see who comes up with it. You know, just wait till you'll see wait till somebody comes out with a computer that's thinking. It could be anybody, or it could be a new guy, it could be an old guy, but like you don't need to fucking put your money now. Any money right now, you're betting on high school kids to go to the NBA. You get what I'm saying? That's it. And then you're paying, would you pay? So like Rigetti, Rich, all of those. That's why I agree with Skrelly. Like he hates them all, and I think he's correct. But like it's like putting millions of dollars down on a high school player to sign him as a draft. And you're like, yeah, this is going to be the first round pick. He's the next LeBron. He's a freshman in high school. And you want to pay him $20 million for a 1-year contract. That's why it just doesn't make sense. That's why I'm telling you, I'd let the draft class mature, and then you'll see who's the winner. You'll see who's putting up notes or putting up numbers. You'll see whose product is getting traction, whose computer is actually thinking, and then I guarantee you're not gonna have to pay them that much money. And then if I'm paying them the $20 million, and it's at least gonna be they're going to the league next year. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would be viewing it. But unfortunately, it's just really early. Yeah, which everybody knows, but it's getting compelling and there's a lot of hype. But at the same time, I mean, nobody right now has a quantum product that we know and use. Nobody. So that we're pretty far away from that. And even if it happens tomorrow, we then would have to see how it gets adopted. Yeah, but IBM does shit before everybody, and then no one gives. IBM invented Watson and AI like 10 years ago, 20 years ago on fucking Jeopardy. IBM ain't do shit with it up until like last year after they did a NVIDIA circle jerk. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, IBM usually is. I feel like IBM's always been on quantum. You guys don't remember this? This was 11 years ago. IBM supercomputer destroys humans in Jeopardy.
Now the last clue. Even a broken one of these on your wall is right twice a day. Watson.
What is clock?
Clock is correct.
This
and
is
with
14
that,
years
you
ago.
move up to 23,440.
12 years ago. That's what I'm saying. This is IBM.
10, 5,600
This was AI before AI.
Here is the final Jeopardy category. 19th century novelists. Clue coming up after this. Our three players have made their wagers. The category is 19th century novelists, and here is the clue. William Wilkinson's An Account of the Principalities of Wallachia and Moldavia inspired this author's most famous novel. 30 seconds, players. Good luck. We come to you, Brad, first. You were in third place with 5,600. You came up with what? Who is Bram Stoker? You are correct, the author of Dracula. And you will do what? You'll double your score to 11,200. And we add that to your total from yesterday, which was 10,400. That gives you a two-day total of 21,600. Over to Ken Jennings now, 18,200 going in. Bram Stoker.
Isn't he the host now?
What we're looking for, and we find who is Stoker. I, for one, welcome our new computer overlord.
I don't know humor.
The wager was $1,000. That takes you up to 19,200. Yesterday wasn't so good for you. You had 4,800. That gives you a two-day total of 24,000. Now we come to Watson. We're looking for Bram Stoker, and we find who is Bram Stoker, and the wager.
All of my money. What a fucking savage. 90% success rate. I will put 90% investment. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was 12 years ago. I think 17 years ago. There's one clip 14 years ago. That's really old. That's what I'm saying. That's IBM and Watson. Yeah, I don't know. The more and more I realize, I'm like a nerd. The more I look back and because I'm like, I've been following this shit for a while. Like, this isn't like, it was a long time ago. I remember Watson, and I remember IBM and quantum and AI. AI has been around. That's why we just finally, made some progress, even though it was just a chat bot. But then that, one thing led to another, and now there's the money. And the money came, and then now they're actually using it. What did they say? I heard the argument, they were saying it's not a bubble. They're saying everything's undersupplied or under-owned, from gold, even like the AI thing. They're just saying that if it's actual usage, everyone's just underdeveloped rather than overdeveloped as far as AI infrastructure is concerned. It's amazing. Well, no, again, IBM's worked on like AI and Watson specifically. He's been a very specific figure with AI. That was your first like AI bot, realistically. Watson, I would say. Computers. All right, man, we got 30 minutes or 23. I can't believe Monday's over, Chad. It flew by, did it not? I feel like it flew by. This is, last Monday was slow. I remember last Monday. Last week started off so slow. Today, that's it, man. No looking back. From the long time to the short time. I think he played chess, Mr. Watson. I think. Yeah, it's cool. Technology. It is, man. Value seals. Ooh, valve seals. Let's go, baby. Is it good weather? We're working outside, inside. It's good, man. It's good to go out. You know that good sunlight, some fresh air too, man. That's always amazing. Yeah, Baba premiums are up, bro. My girlfriend just texted me. I got into a fight with a crackhead. Nice. It's your birthday? Oh, happy birthday, baby. Wow. Porno. Chatadonia. You guys know. Your birthday. I hope you celebrate it for you. And I hope you now let this long term of yours grow with you. For every birthday, regardless of whatever happens. Okay? No matter what. Yeah, she said she was trying to back out of a spot in downtown. Then he came up to her window and wouldn't leave. Her dog was barking at him. And then he ran up to the window. And then cops came and then he left. She's a crackhead. Welcome to San Diego. But yeah, man. Every year. I hope you guys do it. You get a long term. You let it grow with you. And then that's it, man. My streams are hard to find. It's just go youtube.com/thestockmarket. You already missed San Diego? I know, man. That's it. It's bro, I can't believe I already got to see the Chads though. So we got more Chads coming back. You're free whenever you want, bro. You let me know. As long as the house isn't booked out, we'll see. We haven't got it up on Airbnb yet, but like I'm saying, if you guys have already came by and have not shot me or destroyed the property, I mean, you're more than welcome, man. So I'm glad some of you have already taken me up on that, but little by little. So if you ever need to escape Chicago, come, Habibi, come. They didn't make an announcement on anything. Nothing on LAC, nothing on Intel. That's why it was funny how much we like opened up today with like, it was kind of hype, but nothing really happened. So we'll find out, but we got a long week ahead. And then I think after the 2nd and the Friday, we see what happens. Because again, I think the jobs report will be very interesting. And then depending on how that plays out, I mean, if it's credible or not, that could give you a little bit of juice, get you moving, and then before you know it, another CPI, and then but like I said, if I would just like a little sell-off right now, that'd be great, honestly. I hope it wasn't the sell-off 2 days ago, because if we could get a bigger drop, then it's gonna look so easy, because then the next move up will just be the front run for Christmas. So that's the exciting part about October, and you hear it. You have earnings today, a couple, or tomorrow you're gonna get Nike and a few others. So you'll start hearing about that. That's why I'm like, you know, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, they actually killed it, bro. You hear me? I hear you too, I guess. God bless America. You guys know that? America's great. You're great. The spirit is alive within you. Rejoice. Yeah, no, nothing on LAC yet. That would be nice. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow or not, but last week a couple of companies deviated from the timelines that we usually saw. So we assumed, because that's how it would play out, where you get the rumor shortly thereafter, the confirmation, but in those instances, no. Yeah, even Intel, nothing. Intel, Carnival. Intel approached by Apple. And yeah, it's just still the same headline. So you're still in the same spot on both of them. Same thing with LAC. Wilk, Chris. Oh, I need a water. We got to ball out, bro. Only got to lift today, but I need wawa. Agua. Agua caliente.
That whole bubble. Have we decided that we know who the winners and losers are this time, or the ones that we think? And they're the names, the very names that I read off those lists to you?
I think they've been a winner. I think that there's a whole nother class of companies coming, these AI-first companies. There's a handful that I mentioned, those 4 that I mentioned, that are at the top of that shelf, kind of this golden list. But we spend time in our venture business and look at these other kind of emerging companies, and they will be, I think, a whole battery of $100 billion plus companies that most investors don't know about. I think this it is important to focus on kind of how narrow that trade has been, like you just described. But if in fact the impact is as big as I think it's going to be, then it's going to kind of spread out. I go back to Walmart CEO comments last week saying that AI will impact literally every job. And I pause and think, like, how many jobs are being impacted by it today? And the answer is few, very few. And so when I think about, you know, the class of companies, I do think it's going to spread out. I think you're going to see better performance more broadly with some of these smaller companies over the next 1, 3, 5 years. I also think, again, there's this new class. We haven't seen them. We've seen a few of them, CoreWeave, Reddit, but we really haven't seen the private class. And those are the companies that are growing. If you take OpenAI, $2 billion last year, 13 this year, 26 next year, expected to be 200 by 2030. Like, that is the exciting part. And so I think until we get to that, just that kind of that breathtaking, investors can really get a solid eye on that. I don't think they're at the top. One other piece I want to mention. This is really healthy for the market. The conversation about the bursting of the bubble is, of course, healthy for the market. I remember being an analyst back at Piper Jaffray in the mid-late 90s and thinking this is going to go on forever. Like, the concept of a bursting bubble just wasn't in the conversation. And I think because that was such a painful moment, I actually don't think we're going to get like a spectacular, I've described that in the past, a spectacular bursting. I think what will happen is we'll get a move in the market for the next 3 years, continued massive outperformance. But then I think it's more or less going to be more of a dip or kind of a steady, a leveling off versus this big blow up that everyone's expecting.
But bubbles bursting are always spectacular. Are they not? I mean, that's part of the point, is that greed rules everything else when it comes in part to investing into perceived bubbles. You're afraid of missing out. You continue to ride it up until the rug is pulled out, and that's why it's so often so spectacular.
Is he reading a script?
I think the piece, the difference, you know, I talk about the strength I believe in the market over the next few years. If not for this conversation about what happened 25 years ago, I think the market, I think the top would have been even higher. And so I do believe we're going to reach a point when it's crazy, when it's absolute pandemonium. There have been pockets of that, but I don't think it has been as breathtaking as what happened 25 years ago. I also believe that because we've been through this, we're just not going to see, to put it into perspective, is that, you know, the average NASDAQ company back in 2000 at the peak of the bubble was trading at 100 times earnings. And right now we're at like 32. We're not going to get back to the 100. We might get back to 50 or 40 or, you know, some much bigger number, but it's not going to get back to that. And so I think the bubble is going to burst. Is, you know, the degree of the spectacularness of the burst is I think it's a helpful debate. I think this conversation is really important, but I just ultimately come back to a very simple fact. Do you believe in AI? Do you believe it is going to do what Satya Nadella said back in April? Is it is going to solve the world's most difficult problems? Hasn't even started from my perspective. I think a chat bot, a programming bot, customer service doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of its potential. And so if you believe that ultimately that future, you think about Walmart's comments, if you believe that that is on the come, I think it's reasonable to believe that the market still has a few years left.
Gene, thank you. Appreciate it. A good conversation. I look forward to having more. That's Gene Munster. Up next, we track the biggest movers into the close today. Steve Kovac standing by with that. Steve?
Yeah, investors are loving the price target change to one mobile tech company, and another biotech acquisition has shares rising for one cancer treatment researcher. We'll share the names when Closing Bell comes back after this.
Indeed. And then I thought about it. I was gonna do it one. Oh, whoa! Amazon, UPS, XLP. What the fuck is this? Yo. All right. Well, high ticker. That's your 10-minute rig, but a lot of stuff. The high ticker got really gassed. But I was thinking about it. That stock, I keep seeing it pumped, and I hate it. So I wanted to buy it. Wolf. So remember I told you, and then I had to ban like 2 or 3 pumpers on it today. But it just dawned upon me. This might be your play for the end of the day. I don't have one. I was gonna throw it in the random account with some of the other random ones I picked up, but yeah, well, I hate it. So you could throw this in the I hate it portfolio and see what happens. But good luck. Yeah, I think there's a lot of pumpers behind it. XLY Target, Habibi Target to make a nice bounce. Yeah, a lot of things are active there on the high ticker for now. So even a good day on tap, our first day like actually above 45 for real. So hopefully it stays there. Nothing else. Sweet Green's got murked. Still around A. And then it's so crazy we got earnings right around the corner. For a lot of names, Habibi. A lot. But Chad Adonia, you rap to Rooney, you will be good, huh? What were the 4 companies for what? Adopt. UFG, a couple. UFG actually really popping if that's a real print. It came back down, but it was a little bit higher. Senate Democrats weigh 7 to 10 days stopgap to avoid shutdown. Ta-da! So there you go. That's your first like negotiation. So if they do have that agreement, you might just punt again. Punt forever. OpenAI to launch a social app for AI-generated videos. I don't get it. Have you seen the Meta vibes? I'm not understanding. Who uses this? They're like, they made like a Meta, like, video generation thing where you make fake AI videos and then you share them. So it's like TikTok, but for like AI videos that you make. So I don't get it. It's blowing my mind. Would you watch it? Would you guys do that? Would you like scroll through your phone? Like, would you want to watch AI videos? The Bigfoot ones. I like the Jesus videos. I like the babies talking as like adults, like the Senator Kennedy baby video. But yeah, but I don't know, like you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me show you it. This is what they're coming out with Meta. This is another Mark Zuckerberg spent billions for this one. Are you ready for it? Like this. Would you watch this? Does this have an appeal to you? This is Meta vibes. Like, so you make videos like this. Yeah, like this is what you would be scrolling through. feels like video games. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I want to see it. We'll see. That's the meta vibes. So like, yeah, you make AI videos and then you share them and then silver down. Okay, we're good. With AR, VR. I know, it looks so Fortnite-y. That's why I'm like, it's kind of a leap. But then again, I think there's a lot of gamers and people who like that type of content. But it does look like, yeah, it's like novelty. Some call it AI slop. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see if this is... And then Mark Zuckerberg, what did he say the other day? He was like, we might lose hundreds of billions of dollars. I'm like, Mark! Fuck. He's doing it again. I saw a cool one though. If you like give it a script, like a music video, it's actually pretty dope. Dog, why? I got a fly in here. Like a full grown one. This fucking animal. Get this guy out of here. How do I get this guy out? Jake Cap, lift, and then Chad, that was final 5, final 10, little low. You got a little nice pop to wop. But other than that, I would finalize it tomorrow morning, 30 minutes after the bell. Jolts is not pre-market. It comes out right when the market opens, but that'll be a little bit of an opportunity to move around. But other than that, I mean, whatever news we wake up to, again, there was just that one. Oh, there's one piece of news for tomorrow. You know, you gotta wrap it up, dude. Wrap it up. Tell me why ain't nothing but a long train. You should get a watch list tonight. I mean, I don't think much happened. It's gonna be about the jobs, but I'll try. Or I post the other video on the other channel. Yeah, I mean, again, I think all that's going to really matter is Friday. People might freak out on the preliminary data, depending on how out of character or how much of an outlier it is. But then I wouldn't be, I don't think it's going to be too much. Friday's going to be the set-all, be-all. Honeywell's going up now again, whatever that was. My chart does not work. But yeah, man, wrap it up. Time is already diminished. It's already gone. They just said 7 to 10 days on the government shutdown news. They might have a stopgap, but other than that, October 1st, they're shooting it. They're shooting it. The British are coming. Sorry. And then weed is closing. We heard nothing. That was a weird one. The premium scammed in the morning. You had a little bit of a window right here, but generally they held up, or depending on how high you bought in the morning, that's it. But it held a very wicked gain, and then we heard nothing on it. So we'll see. But wrap it up. Those are potential headlines you could wake up to tomorrow. There was even some with RTX and everything going on there. You could watch, get ready for Nike earnings. You'll have tomorrow too. And yeah, just look ahead. Otherwise, you wait till Friday in your data, but you only have 1 minute. Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time to wrap it up. Bring it home, finalize those plays, speak now or forever hold your peace. Shares, options, futures, what are you gonna do? You should have made your mind up an hour ago. Get the long term. That's the week, it's Monday. Good things are gonna happen this week. It happens every week. Get ready for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. Or not. Oh, Chad, Adonia. Oh, are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? We did it. We made it. 7 hours in the books. I don't care if you just got here or not. I need a good game. Drop that GG, baby. It don't matter if you made money or lost money. I know you learned something. Everybody that contributed brought something to the table. Plays, news, vibes, personalities, info. You know how I know you did it? You didn't get banned. Look at you. How do Josh get banned me? How come? How did you do it? Look at you. God bless you, brother. You beacon of light. Are you ready? The gate is closed. A lot more work to do. God bless you all. Let's go. Thank you. My brother. My brother. That mind of yours. Are you ready to use it? Oh, I know you are, man. It's a long journey. No finish line. Good game, baby. GG. Members, non-members, is your mind being worked? I love you, Pat. Thank you. All the donos, all the love, all of y'all using it, bro. Are you kidding me? Give me the rock. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me, let's talk. I ain't started moving. I just got my people moving. I'll let it ride. I'll play one more. I love you. God bless you.
Amen.
God
I love y'all.
is inside of all of you.
It's a cult,
the
baby.
Spirit is alive.
2020.
They outlawed the spirit that said he is in you. The way, the truth, and the light, brother. Oh, man.
Did it like we know it. You can see it. I don't prove it. If you beat me, I ain't losing. I don't want the shit. You can have it back, man. And if you want the drip, you can never back down. I navigate the road to wealth and pass the map down. It's kinda hard to hear the hate cause I hit clap. Yeah, I ain't start a movement. I just got my people moving. I asked them what you doing or the why you do it. We was moving hella clueless, but we did it like we know it. You can see it. I don't prove it. If you beat me, I ain't losing, I don't want the shit. You can have it back now. And if you want the drip, you can never back down. I navigate the road to wealth and pass the map down. It's kinda hard to hear the hate cause I hit clap. Yeah, let me start this with a thanks and a fuck you. It don't matter what I say, just know I love you. It's not about what's coming out, but in your heart, fool. So I ain't care how you talk, I won't judge you. Cause they judge me, they said I must be a new religion or a color or a country. A dummy or a junkie, I'm humbly getting money. I'm different, don't be grumpy, I'm only showing love, G. So you should just chill, for real. I do this for my people out there trying to stack a meal. I ain't wanna be a leader, but I'm ready to be killed. Cause I cannot wait to meet them in the planet we're revealed. Damn, I told you that we different. Ain't slow but come up quickly. I know that don't sound sexy. I know that you're a little tempted, but this your intervention. You pay with playing time while they pay you no attention. I ain't start a movement, I just got my people moving. I asked them what you doing or the why you do it. We was moving hella clueless, but we did it like we knew it. You can see it, I don't prove it. If you beat me, I ain't losing, I don't want the shit. You can have it back now. And if you want the drip, you can never back down. I navigate the road to wealth and pass the map down. It's kinda hard to hear the hate cause I hit claps. Yeah, they talking but it broke through what broke through. If I'm shopping, only cribs and a whip too. But it's still the same Jordan shorts from middle school. I ain't flexing, I just show what priorities do. Got the wagon, no coupe, you getting mad at my fruit cause it ain't happen to you. I look around at the room, these people trying to be cool. Like what this shit mean to you? Ain't got a lot of class, but they still act in high school. So tell me this, who you tryna impress? And if you don't achieve this, would it leave you depressed? And if they don't like you now, why you want their respect? And if you got one life to live, why you do it for them? So please tell me this, who you tryna impress? And if you don't achieve this, would it leave you depressed? And if they don't like you now, why you want their respect? And if you got one life to live, why you do it for them? I ain't start a movement, I just got my people moving. I asked them what you doing, or the why you do it. We was moving hella clueless, but we did it like we knew it. You can see it, I don't prove it. If you beat me, I ain't losing, huh? I don't want the shit, you can have it back now. And if you want the drip, you can never back down. I navigate the road to wealth, it past the map down. It's kinda hard to hear the hate, cause I hear clapping. It's a call, baby.
Lord, give me faith. We already tried to love them.
It's a call, baby. Shit. Money long and the flow was impeccable. World shit, but my God's still incredible. They wrong and talk shit, what a spectacle. Some got fruit, some got vegetables. Got bills, I could take this shit federal. God's will, cause the devil's not legible. They'll film, but this shit won't be forgettable. Gonna praise the Lord, even if it's miserable. But the mission feeling biblical, cynical in intervals, turn him to a liberal. These the same people that killed Jesus, not the criminals. My God is really big, they want me to make it minimal. Comical, that's the thing that's not possible. Never kiss the ring, I won't even take the sponsor though. Jesus is the papa, told the story about the dominoes. Give Caesar what is Caesar, can't you see that we talking dough? Anyway it falls, anyway it molds. Everything you told was a bold-faced lie. The money take time, don't be a bitch who waste mine. They got a little too drunk here in front of the grapevine. Rumor ass bitches got my frugal ass senses. Ain't no talk too expensive, means you say it but ain't meant it. Every time you give them credit, then they go and try to spend it. But they father and taught them to borrow word and slave the lending. Damn, Elon keep Mars, I'ma change the fucking world. Used to only want a car, then I only want a girl. Funny, got it all, now I only want the word. Here, let's take a second, let me tell you how we good. Mama let the third word, what you mean the hood? I ain't got a murmur, I ain't never scared. You could take it further, but can you do a turn? No, stand up, don't give a shit, dog, I treat it like a urinal. Believe in things and they gon' happen. I'm in a cold. I'm just saying, we the type to say 10%, put it in the crib, and run it to your boss.
Amen, amen.
Yeah. I put God first, I just put him in my bio. I read the whole thing, I ain't memeing from the Bible. Leave with no title, we been eating both cycles. Believing's been vital, what you mean you been trying? Motherfucker, we gon' get it. Does that make you offended? Confident in God and I'm confident in you. Are you scared of the bomb? Are you scared of what it do? Ooh, that's them, not me. I defend, not flee. That's them, not Jesus. Small beginnings ain't never been despised. Still a finger to the sky.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Is Marcus here? Marcus, I gotta send them to Marcus. There's a lot. It's been very busy this last couple months, weeks, but joyful and beautiful and everything. Life. So no, there's a lot of work still. You'll get him eventually. Still a finger to the sky. Ask them, not me. Are you scared of the bomb? Or are you scared of what it do? Ooh. Ask them, not me. I defend, not flee. Come on, bro. Come on. You didn't bring a plate. I do not believe you're hungry. That's true. If I came up to you and I told you, and I was like, I'm starving. You ain't got a fork. You ain't got a plate. Nothing. I don't believe you're hungry. Just because you're late, that doesn't mean you'll rush me. A lot of people hate. A lot of people try to shush me. That's great. I'll demonstrate. My mouth is still running. I'm telling you and showing you the hate is doing nothing. Credibility and Charlie dead. There is no discussion. You could say the right words. We will not trust them. Truly is a turning point. Turn from the destruction. I don't think they're clocking it. Behavior is disgusting. Lord, give me faith. We already tried to love them. It's a great song. I love it. It is fun. It's a fun one. But you should have fun every day. You guys should make a song. You should make a song, or you should sing a song and use a song. I'm telling you, that music brain shit, bro, is fire. You know that? You know, you and imagine all these rappers be like dumb as hell, but they smart as hell. It makes so much sense now. I'm telling you, bro. So you know that, bro? I'm just saying, you better use that. Just use it. No, there's something about it, bro. The Bible told you. Go look up in the Bible how many times it be telling you to make music, sing to the Lord. Even if your song is terrible, you don't have to make a good song, brother. I'm saying utilize music to utilize your mind in an odd way, or rejoice. Sing a song that you like. Go sing and then go pray, or go sing after you pray. But it's very good for your brain. That's what I'm telling you. Oh man, can I whistle? Yeah, man. We did this the other day. We tried various whistles. So happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'll leave you on that note. I gotta go. I gotta work out. Oh, dude. You know, I'll tell you something though. I'm back on the meal prep, you guys. You know that? I got my first delivery this weekend. So I'm back to the box. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like taking it out of the bag and putting it in the fridge. And I was like loading it up in the fridge. And the little part of me died. It felt like it. I did. I got sad for a little bit. Until I controlled my thoughts. And then I said, you fool. You know that. You know, I talk, you should see, I talk words to myself until I correct myself. Because then I capture the thought. But that's another topic. But yeah, I was sad for a little bit. Because I was like, damn, I'm going back. It's not as tasty. I saw one of them I didn't like. And I was like, ugh. But we're there. Factor and local. Same company. No, the same company I used. Their menu is not as good. I didn't like it, bro. I didn't like the menu I got. No, same supplier, slacking menu, but we'll find out. We'll see. I think I'll be good though. I did it for I think I did it for a year, or just under, or just over a year. Then I took a 4-month break. My last order was in April or May, so 5 months. Holy shit! Yeah, it's almost September already. So we'll see, man. I didn't gain any weight. Isn't that crazy? So I stopped the meal prep and I still weigh 155. 155 of pure muscle. 5'6". Disclaimer. Not all results are typical. Please consult with your physician and attorney. None of this is a recommendation. Option trading is risky. Get a long-term, save 10%. What the fuck are you doing? Is that the wolf I meant to talk about? One of the wolves that I hate. I think this is the wolf one. This is the I hate it stock that everybody wants. And they're pumping it. So like I'm saying, you could add this one to the I hate it portfolio if you would like. So good luck. Yeah, that's the one. You're 155 but 6 foot? No way. Are you allergic to food? Is that why? What the fuck do you mean? What are you saying, bro? What do you mean you're 6 foot 155? How many bones do you have? How do you not weigh? What do you eat, bro? Nah, you're good. You probably ripped. I'm just a little fatty. It's like I'm 120 pounds, 6'10". That doesn't sound. Can you box out? Not gonna lie though. These guys on the basketball court. You know that? So y'all know I say this in real life. I didn't realize it till afterwards. I don't know if this is appropriate, but I got to meet the Chad's kid. I got to meet Derek's kid. He had a kid, bro. And holy crap, bro. This 2-year-old, tell me why he's like already taller than me. I'm not even fucking with you. And I asked him, I was like, bro, in front of him, grandparents, I'm just like, y'all gonna make him play basketball, right? And teach him how to box out? I asked that. I genuinely, because dude, this kid was huge. This kid was 2.5 years old, probably like 3 feet tall, bro. 3.5 feet tall. I don't even know. Okay, maybe not 3.5, but at least 3. So yeah, but I was definitely spewing basketball propaganda right off the bat. So all you tall guys, I hope you're boxing out, okay? And if you're not boxing out, I hope you pass on the gift. And I hope you teach fundamentals and boxing out and dribbling, and especially if your children are fucking 18 feet tall like yourself. You guys got a ball. So I look forward to it. Chad NBA team, I would love to sponsor it. We could have our own team eventually. That's it. If it's crowdfunded, grassroots, I'm just saying, box out. That's... If you ask me in 20 years how I got my first basketball team, I'll be like, because the tall Chads taught their kids to box out. Think about it. It'd work. It'd work, Chad. The Chadadonia Lakers. We could take their name. I don't even know what a Laker is. I think it represents the lakes, actually, because they had lakes on the original team. So, we'll see. But I love you all. I love America. I love the veterans. I love the long term. But above all else, there's one thing we really love. And it doesn't even matter that we love it. All that matters is that it loves us. How do you know? It gave us breath. Wow, look at that. We all have it. You know that. You earned it, but you didn't. So you didn't earn your breath, but you have it. And the fact that you're breathing, everything else, my brother, that's your authority. Amen. Do you realize? So rest. Be whatever, because it's yours. So God bless you, and God bless God. And then thank God God loves us. Oh, and the reason why we're here, and the reason every day for the breath, the life, the joy, the hate, the good, the bad, the light, the dark. Oh, and the opportunity for all of it. And you guys know you're living at a very important time. Cool, you got the opportunity. And there's one reason and one reason only why you got it and why it's going to be good. It's a good opportunity. Oh, and you're here for a reason, a purpose, a mission. Why, baby? Why? Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Chadadonia. God bless you. God bless America. You know, can we celebrate 4th of July again? I'm so down. Can we have it twice a year, Donald? Fuck that. I just gave him a crazy idea, but I'm down. Can we do 2? I want another 4th of July, Donald. No, I don't actually. Never mind. Don't start a war. That's not what I meant. They're going to be like, that's what you asked for. That's what you, liberation. No. Give me, America. I just want to say, give the veterans houses for free. How about that? $4 billion, $6 billion. Thank you. All right, guys. Before somebody gets further bothered or any other bad ideas or good ideas, I'll depart, get my workout in, and praise the Lord, okay? I hope you use the opportunity for real, because I'm going to. It was given to all of us equally. The power of mind, thought, and the Lord is within you, man. Don't let him ever control you. Don't let him ever manipulate you. That's all you got to. Don't ever let him do anything that's not in love. How about that? Does that sound better? Awesome. Okay, and it's all within you, brother. You be the light. You be the light. That's all all right, man. Peace. Peace. Peace in the Middle East? That's my job! Literally. I'm the head. Put me on the board of peace. Call it that. Howard! Can we do that? Can you call it board of peace? No, like board of directors. Why would I get tired of No, they're tired of winning. God, Howard's acting dumb. It's too much bitcoins, I think. Too much cryptos. Crypto nails. I need to clip my nails. I do actually. Wow, look at that. Anyways, have a good one. I gotta go. Have a good day, Chad. Goodbye. Exactly. I reclaim my time.